everyone, and welcome to another stream here on youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini. That's me. I am Johnny Chiodini, and I'm now in focus. It's Monday, so we're doing a painting stream. It feels like ages since we've done one. I guess because I streamed on Tuesday last week for Halloween, and that was video games. Yeah, it's been a while. Hi, how are we all? Are we good? I hope you're okay. I'm in quite a good mood, to be honest. Autumn has properly arrived, so I feel like I've got my brain back. And I'm just, generally speaking, having a pretty alright time at the minute. October was so hectic that November, by comparison, feels blissfully calm. Like, really wonderful. So, like, at the minute, I'm walking the dog. Painting Warhammer, including today's stream. I just did a bit of reading yesterday, which I haven't done in a while because I've been so frazzled. It's nice. It's good. It's all very pleasant. So, let's crack on with what we're painting today, shall we? That's not the right button. That's the right button. There we go. Today we're painting some Blood Bowl miniatures, because what else do I paint? But today we're doing some Shambling Undead. These aren't actually for me. These are for a friend of mine whose name is Gav. He's Welsh. Some of you might have heard of him. Anyway, he's getting into Blood Bowl, and he fancied the Shambling Undead team, but doesn't paint. So I was like, well, I'll just do you a team. So I did all of these skeletons yesterday. Let's tilt them a little bit. As you can see, they're red for the Welsh colours. They look quite dark right now. Anyway, I did all the skeletons yesterday. So actually, Kira Cox, that's not a microphone, it's a webcam. I'm aware it's in front of my face. That's where I need it. But, so I've done these. I'm quite pleased with them. The armour almost came out how I wanted it to. But we've got plenty more. That's 6 models of 14. So, I'm going to need to paint some more. So today, we're not going to... Ooh, take that, microphone. Today we're not doing the mummies. I'm going to do those as a treat for the last models. Let's work on the zombies. Yeah, I'll do the ghouls separately as well, actually. Do I want to do the ghouls separately? Yes. Yeah, let's work with a batch of 4 models today. So I'll put these away for now. And then we'll crack in, shall we? Baddy Wrongleg says, "Hi Johnny, what's your growing beard back strategy? Know from formerly mask experience that bit between stars can be an annoying couple of weeks to have a chin." Yes, I'm not loving the. Actually, you know what? I'm alarmingly used to the friendly muttons now, to the point where I don't hate them. I don't think I'm. Well, no, I'm definitely not keeping them. My strategy is keep growing chin. Then shave this back, so have beard again. So it'll be a couple of weeks yet before I might trim these back a little bit because they are getting quite long. I keep thinking I look like a crooked detective in the Victorian era. That's how I feel, anyway. So how is everyone doing? Nice Switch. I'm sorry to hear your bad brains right now. But good job on calling in sick. I think that was the right call. And hopefully it's giving you the space you need to start feeling a little bit better. And hopefully this stream will also help in that regard. Who really knows? Who can say? But we're going to try. Excuse me. So what I'd like to do today is, let me show you these little zombies. We've got these little zombie linemen who have like a decent amount of exposed skin, but obviously they're zombies. And I asked Gav, I was like, what do you want? Do you want like realistic flesh tones, or do you want sort of like greenish cartoony things? I did not prime these well. And he said greenish and cartoony. So what I think I'm going to do is start off with this heavy warm grey, which is basically Rakarth flesh, if you're familiar with Citadel paints. And then I'm going to start layering up some greens over the top of that. So it should be quite a gross experience for everyone, which is nice, isn't it? Yes, it is. Mana Shanand has done a super sticker. The super sticker is of the lemon person. Basically, if you imagine a person with a lemon for a head, and then that their entire body is covered in the same waxy yellow skin. Just quite alarming when you think about it. I don't know what it would be like to hug them. Would they be warm? Are they warm-blooded? Anyway, this one is going mwah and blowing a kiss, and a little heart pops out with every kiss, which is lovely. Thank you, Manish. Will says, cheeky dry brush of the ramparts, and then does an asterisk and says, Rakarth. I preferred cheeky dry brush of the ramparts, to be honest. I was going to just whack the Rakarth down as a base, really, and then layer up the green over it. I'm going to do a mix of like Auric flesh, I think. We'll see. We'll get into it. Beige Boy has done a super chat saying, may you have the hindsight to know where you've been, the foresight to know where you're going, and the insight to know when you've gone too far. Brackets, drinking paint water. Entirely fair. In fairness, I haven't drunk paint water in quite a long time. I nearly painted my drink water twice last night, but I managed to avoid doing it. So there we go. Right. That's right. Models. So I'm going to take my glasses off because I can't paint with them on. There we go. Sleeper Agent says, work is a bit tedious right now. I'll use this stream to motivate me for the last tasks of the work day. Yes, you're right, Will. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to read it out loud because that's all we'll end up discussing for the next few hours. But yes, agreed. Mark Cohen says, can't believe Gav didn't pick Lizardmen in a Jurassic Park colour scheme. I know. Well, I think he wanted durability on the pitch. Because when I did a taster session for him and a mate, he was playing Black Orcs, and Gobbos are squishy. So I think he wanted something, with a high armour value. And obviously Skinks are so quick. The Lizardmen are incredible, but durability, not so much. Right, well, let's just crack on, shall we? Let's get some paint down here. So I went to a wedding on Saturday for a friend of mine who is fantastic and wonderful and looked amazing and writes for telly and is just generally quite successful. And Jonathan Van Ness was the flower girl. That's the sort of level we're talking about here. Just in a wedding venue, and then JVN comes in a beautiful dress and spreads flower petals up and down the aisle. It was one of the most surreal experiences of my life, I think. But it was a good fun time. All round nice wedding. And then I was sat maybe 4 seats over from JVN. There were quite a few other famous people there, to be honest with you, but only one of them went up and down the aisle throwing flower petals around. So, yeah. Nice, which says my fave musical artist was also there, I think, Johnny Mad. Yeah, Self-Esteem was indeed there. She's a close friend of the brides. So that was nice. Obviously, I did not approach any of them because I didn't want to be like, hello. Even though I did meet RLT once when I was working on a freelance project for Channel 4. But no one wants to have someone come up to them and be like, do you remember filming a thing in 2014 where you were playing Dead Rising on an Xbox? Because I was the producer. Anyway. So that was odd, but good fun. I tried White Claw for the first time. It's officially okay. It's not like the lemon and lime one's disgusting. But the other ones, black cherry's very nice. Mango also good. There you go. All in all, White Claw, it's a drink. Mark Cohen says, I guarantee at least one person there was like, that's them off the Oxventure. Highly doubt. Highly doubt that. But yes. Beige Boy says, yeah, that tracks. That is the excitement White Claw deserves. Yeah. Will is telling a story about... I once went to a wedding where the best man snuck up to me and revealed he'd stolen 2 bottles of Bailey's from the bar, so who's winning, really? I mean, it's not the best get, but it's a good bloody get, I suppose. You've already asked this question. Why Bailey's? Why go for that? If you've got the whole run of the bar. Is it because no one's going to spot it for a while? Like, they'll notice if the vodka's gone, but Bailey's less so. Brask says, White Claw is indeed a drink. I think we've got a couple in the fridge, actually. I may have taken a couple for the road when we when we left, just in case we got thirsty in the 20-minute cab ride home. Maybe I'll have a White Claw after the break. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. This stream, I cannot emphasize enough, is not sponsored by White Claw. I've not once been sponsored on this channel. So there we go. Will says someone spotted within about 25 minutes and made him pay for both of the bottles at shop prices. So lol. That is a no. Oh my god. Good god. Oh. That's... How many shots in a... 75... 30 shots in a bottle, is it? The Emmy Adventure says, bored and have writer's block. Help. Oh god, I'm awful at writer's block anyway, so I want to have a suggestion for you to sort of get the writer's block off, you know, away, but... I mean, here's a stream. Hopefully that'll help. Will says, I will give you £2 if this stream can be sponsored by either A, killing Dob, or B, going outside and having a sit down for a bit. Yeah, all right. Oof, Cat M says, just what I need, a nice calming painting stream while I recover from having my COVID jab today. Good job on getting jabbed up. It's important. I hope you don't get too side effecty. The COVID jab sort of made me a bit groggy for a couple of days, but it's better than having COVID, isn't it? So, and yeah, hello, enjoy the stream. So, that's some Rakarth flash on a zombie there, isn't it? Look. There we go. Whoops. I keep accidentally clicking away from the thing. Blue Deck says this stream is sponsored by Grand. Grand. Bet you weren't expecting that. Will is to the super chat saying both. All right. This stream is officially sponsored by going outside and having a little sit down for a bit and killing Dob. This is the second time someone's paid me £2 to kill Dob off from the Oxventure, and it's the second time I've accepted that money. I really ought to get round to it. Wraith Fangs has done a super chat saying, morning Johnny, we recently bought a large stuffed dinosaur and have decided to name him Sergeant Ruffles after watching your Sherlock Holmes Let's Play. I think it suits him. Thank you, that's very, very kind. Good old Sergeant Ruffles. I'm 5 episodes in to Sherlock Holmes The Awakened now, and it is good fun. I struggled with the UI in the first episode, I won't lie. I mean, that was pretty patently obvious, wasn't it? But now I've got my head around it. It's just a good fun romp, and it's nice to do something a bit different for Presney Chiodini, you know? It's a linear game with no open world. Oh, this zombie's got a lot of things going through his arms. He really ought to be more careful. Even if his armor value is better than a skeleton's, on account of still got flesh. Well, that's going to be bone down there, actually. Oh well, let's just get some Rakarth flesh on there anyway. Oh. Will says apparently the new Robocop game runs about 18 hours and is a good representation of the film's world. Might be a good Presney Chiodini candidate, to be honest. I've heard great things about the new Robocop game. I would like to check it out. They had a very fun-looking booth at MCM, which I saw briefly as I was hustled past it by security. But they had like an Ed 209 there that you could pose with, but also like just people kind of like dressed up in costume doing a kind of weird immersive thing. It looks like a really good fun game. Mark Cohen says, I believe Ian Higdon was very pleasantly surprised by it. Well then, that'll do me. I trust Ian's verdict on games quite heavily, actually. So, Duck's piloting a mech duck has done a super chat saying, Hi Johnny, still can't get over actually meeting you at MCM. Got into Stardew after watching your stream. Approaching year 3 at the moment. Bloody hell, you've put some time into that, haven't you? Amazing work. And yeah, it was lovely meeting you. Your lightsaber was indeed pretty cool. I say pretty cool. Really cool. It was good fun. Thank you again for taking the time to queue up. I realise it wasn't a trivial wait, but I really appreciate it. Manuel Riveros has done a super chat saying, Hey Johnny, here is a little for you and Pig. Your streams have been a great entertainment while I've been struggling with adulting lately. I'm sorry that adulting has been a challenge of late. It feels like that's a recurring theme with most of the people I know at the minute. I think everyone's having a tough time. I mean, this year has been hard anyway. But yeah, everyone is somewhat unsurprisingly having a fucking existential crisis at the minute. So yeah, I'm sorry things are hard, but I'm very, very glad that me titting about on the internet can be of use. It genuinely does mean a lot every single time someone says that to me, and I very much appreciate it. Also very much appreciate the coverage I'm getting from this paint. It's good. If anyone's wondering why I put my brush there for a second, I didn't miss. I know that the colour's here. It's just that you can't really see it because it's out of focus. I've got some airbrush thinner down here, which is just so good for thinning down paints and making them nice to control. It's now like an indispensable tool as far as I'm concerned. Nice, which this sounds like something that someone who missed would say. Shit, you got me. Fine. Dear oh dear. Oh, stop the clock. 19 minutes in, and I got the urge to say, it's nice to be painting. It is nice to be painting. I had such a long spate during the never-ending summer of 2023 where I just couldn't focus on anything, let alone, my hobbies. Everything was suffering. So it's nice to have the patience to sit down and paint again. Because just before I lost my momentum and my ability to paint for a while, I felt like I was really making strides. Like, I mean, you can see that I lost my momentum. I'm still not even taking it off the thing. But, like, this thing I painted earlier this year is still, I think, the best model I've ever painted. Like, I'm still absolutely thrilled with it. And I need to get back to that army. I think what I'll do is I need to finish this team up for Gav. I've got a deadline for that, for when we're next playing. So that'll be fine. And then I need to finish my Blood Bowl team for next year, which is only 3 models. I need to paint a 7s team for the Christmas tournament. Then I'll do the Squig army. Oh well. It'll be fine, Also, it's not a race. The idea is to enjoy it. So there. Oh, dear. So, is anyone else doing a craft right now? What's everyone up to? I dipped into the painting channel on Johnny Kia Discord today, actually, and there's some lovely stuff in there. It's bloody brilliant. Scott Perkins says, now, do I finish my Cities of Sigmar stuff or get started on some sci-fi cowboys? Cities of Sigmar, please? Especially if it's some of the new models, because they are gorgeous. Mark Cohen says, watching the clock until end of work, then Space Marine time. Just Man Bun says, doing a little art. Manuel Rivera says, started painting and printing again. Amazing. James with a B says, currently building some Wraith Blades for my Craft World army. And what's your bee doing? Fucking hell. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Sean the Redhead says, I'm doing Petri dish agar art for a little competition we're doing in our lab. I'm making a little water lilies with algae. That's fucking cool. What a cool thing to be doing. I love that. That's brilliant. Will says, I've got a nice batch of horrible Death Guard to paint up. Just need to get out of work and down to Ancient Robot to do the painting. What's Ancient Robot? Nothing. What's Ancient Robot with you? Got him. Andy V says, working for now, but hoping to paint some rat folk later. Yes, please. God, I hope we see a Skaven refresh this year. I'd love to see some new Skaven models, even though like I've still got whiplash from painting so many of them when I first started in the hobby. Mark Coleman says it's a tabletop shop staffed by absolute wrong'uns. Uh-huh. Catherine Redmond says, not today, but yesterday, processed 15 pounds of green tomatoes into over a gallon of verde enchilada sauce. Holy shit. That sounds so satisfying. Nathan says the rumour is that the 4th edition AOS box will be Skaven. That is dangerous specifically for me, Johnny. John Ashton has done a super chat saying, your gaming videos have been getting me through a big painting slog recently. Yes, thank you. Have you ever been tempted by Necromunda? Sort of. Also, that was your first ever super chat. Congratulations, John. YouTube really wants me to congratulate people for dropping money on big chat. But it worked. I've done it. So there's a tabletop club near me that is now, it's just exclusively people playing D&D. But for a while, I was there playing Warcry quite a bit. And up the back, there were these rowdy Necromunda players having a lovely time with narrative things. But it's the one skirmish game for the Games Workshop has made that I haven't played, I think, unless you count Aeronautica Imperialis, of the current crop, basically. Like, I play Kill Team, I play Warcry, and basically Munda, I'm just like, I haven't got the capacity to get into it. Also, the Munda players at the club were like, oh, it's a completely broken game and it doesn't really work, but we love it. And so, like, the way they talked about it put me off a little bit, I think. In the same way that sometimes people will be like, oh, is Blood Bowl good? I'm like, yeah, but it's so dicey that sometimes you can have a perfect turn and the dice will still ruin your plans and you'll lose. And I think some people hate how arbitrary Blood Bowl can be. Personally, I love it. I think it's brilliant. But so it gave me an insight into how I might have put people off before, but still. Right. Okay, so that is flesh on thing. Will says Ancient Robot is the newest and best board game and hobby store in Edinburgh, with such features as windows that let in light and air you can breathe, and staff that treat you like a human. Loved going to one of the other game stores where you could feel like a cartoon pie on a window ledge being spotted by an anthropomorphic animal who floated towards you on the lines of delicious smell. Well, Ancient Robot sounds brilliant. Chaos says, Necromunda is an amazing set of characterful minis with a fantastic, rich story and setting, and an absolute dogshit rule set. There you go. Yeah, that sounds like quite a lot. Nathan says if it helps stop tempting you, it will also have Stormcast. Yeah, Skaven versus Stormcast, that's not a box I'm buying. Even if I can find someone who wants the Skaven half. Wants the Stormcast half. I'm not fucking doing that. Excuse me. Will says it's really fun to talk about Necromunda. This is the thing. I loved talking to the Munda people at this tabletop club because it was always such a good story, and then they'd be like, "How was Warcry?" and I'd be like, "My squigs got stabbed," but still. Okay, what's the next step here? Do we block in some more of the colours in general? Yes. Let's do that. Okay. Alyssa says Necromunda has too much resin to be viable. Resin is scary. Looks at unprimed and unpainted Lady Credo. I've become a lot more comfortable with why are you not? You gave me some paint yesterday, Pro Acryl Bold Titanium White. Where is it now? Come on! There we go. There's some paint. Thank you. Why have you gone so viscous? Odd. I've become a lot more comfortable with resin thanks to Blood Bowl and Star Players, because generally speaking, it's just the one model that you've got to chew through. But I remember hating the Plague Sensor Bearers for Skaven that I painted up because they were Citadel Finecast, and just bleh. If you gave me a set of them now and said that you can either chop these up and eat them or paint them, I'd genuinely have to think about it. Genuinely. Alex Simkin has summoned the blood pear. What's the blood pear? Well, imagine a pear, the piece of fruit. Now, give it arms and legs and a face. Not normal for a pear, but this one has them, so that's what we're doing. Now, animate it. Give it sentience. Give it emotion. For example, make this one happy. And then give it a mug. And it's going like this a lot. Like, hey, I've got a mug. But the mug, unlike this, frankly, not very nice coffee I'm drinking, it's full of a viscous red fluid, which gives me concern, because it might be blood. So there you go. Manish Anand says, gotta go, bye everyone, catch the rest on VOD. Take care, Manish. Freya says, no paint coming out because titanium dioxide is a bastard. Right, that makes sense. Well, tell you what isn't a bastard. Oh, I missed. It's airbrush thinner. That's what I like. Look, see? See? Make a workable white. Paint. Anyway. Beige Boy's done another super chat saying, one of the many awesome things from my partner is that she lets me borrow her massage gun to shake up paints instead of sitting there and sweating it. Okay, that's pretty great. I mean, I had a vortex mixer and then it just stopped working. And also there was that time where I vortexed a paint, forgetting that I had an unopened beer next to it. And then when I opened it, it went everywhere. But that's my fault. That's my fault. So we have little white shorts, so we're going to paint those. And then we're going to fill in the leather details, and we'll do the armor plates. And then I think we'll start layering up the skin. After that, I'm still a little bit in two minds as to sort of how exactly to tackle this skin. I feel like a shade at this stage probably wouldn't hurt. But what? So you don't want something too flashy. Maybe just Agrax? No. Well, I used Agrax on the skeletons. I don't know what I'm doing, is basically what I'm saying here. Will says, oh no, Johnny, they're going to have red shirts, white shorts and red shirts. Yeah, like the Welsh rugby team. With like red stripes down the side of the thing. Why? Oh, Will says, I'm delighted. Okay, good. I thought you were about to be like, but those are the Khmer Rouge colours or something. Generally speaking, anytime you're like, are you going for this colour combination? It's because I haven't noticed that it's going to come out looking really fash. And I was like, no, it's based on a sports team this time. I'm pretty sure. Andrew Roberts says, Johnny, what was that soup you made and shared on Instagram? It looked delicious. I'm glad you asked. Do you remember the bit in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess where you go to a big Yeti's house? He's called Yeto, and his wife is sick. And he's like, I want to make my wife some soup. Go get me some ingredients. And then you bring him a pumpkin, and he shoves you over and puts the pumpkin in the soup pot. And then you bring him a wheel of cheese, and he shoves you over and puts in the soup pot. And then you bring him a reek fish, which is kind of like a salmon. It's just a delicious looking soup. It's called Yeto's Superb Soup. And then years ago, I tried to recreate it for Eurogamer when I was doing Chiodini's Kitchen, and I made a sweet potato, mackerel, and goat's cheese soup, which was good. Well, we had 2 pumpkins left over from Halloween that we didn't even carve. Again, October was rough. So I was like, I am not wasting these pumpkins. I roasted both of them, scooped out all of the flesh, and then I actually used salmon because that's more what a reek fish looks like. So I made a salmon, pumpkin, and goat's cheese soup yesterday. It's nice. It was, to be honest with you, there was enough pumpkin that the fish didn't really come through. Ditto the goat's cheese. I got the ratio slightly wrong, but that's fine. Look at this guy's little butt. It's very good soup. I can thoroughly recommend making it. And instead of just normal bread to have with it, we had some cheeky cheese on toast, which was absolutely worth it. Oh, these are bandages. Maybe I should be doing these off-white. Well. No, we'll do them white. I think that's okay. That's a bit untidy, but we'll go back in with the Rakarth flesh. That's all right. Will says, need to call one of the players Gary to Alan. Gary to Alan, being Welsh for a word outside. I definitely butchered the pronunciation there, and I'm sorry. Not for the first time. I'd like to apologise to the entire nation of Wales. Fuck. That's a... We'll do this bit white as well. Fuck it, why not? Oopsie. Nice, which says, I wish I could have cheese on toast with everything. It's so good. Also, something I was introduced to, rather. I didn't discover it. I was introduced to this at Aoife Wilson's wedding, where about 11:30, people who were doing all the catering came round with just loads and loads and loads and loads of cheese on toast, which was a godsend. But they'd put mustard underneath the cheese, and it was so good. Like, I can't even handle mustard that well for some reason. I can eat chilies like until the cows come home, but like wasabi, horseradish, mustard, I really struggle. But it was absolutely sensational. So I put some mustard on the bread last night before I put the cheese on, and it was banging. PJ Buck, hello. PJ Buck has done a super chat saying, hope Monday is treating you all well enough. Me and my coffee are clinging to my will to live in this terrible capitalism. Big A do crims. Well, I hope you do find some will to live in that there mug of coffee, despite capitalism as a general thing. My day's been okay. It's gone very fast. I walked the dog. I went to the gym. It was quite a frustrating time at the gym. Because I didn't have much time, so everything was a bit rushed, and the Peloton bikes that are there and are very good weren't connecting to the internet, and just generally speaking, it was a bit of a wash. So I'm going to go again tomorrow instead and just take my time. But now I'm here and I'm streaming, and I'm in a pretty good mood. And I'm enjoying painting again, which is a very nice feeling. So all in all, pretty decent Monday, I think. Lucas says, it baffles me that the UK is England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. All four have their own language, but England kids only learn English, while the other three learn English and their own language. Yes, there's a very straightforward answer to this, Lucas. You just got to bear in mind that the English are fucking bollocks. We are dreadful. Like, historically, I think the biggest dickheads in the world. Like, because we've got a long old lead on America. There's some real catching up to do there. So that's the long and short of it, basically. Lillian LePayne says France enters the chat. Do you know what the most widely celebrated holiday is worldwide? I've probably talked about this on the channel before. It's independence from the British. Or the English. It's celebrated on average once every 6 days worldwide. Bellends. PJ Buck says, biggest dickhead since the Romans for sure. We can all agree imperialism is bad. Yeah. It's one of my favourite questions to ask somebody that, because they're always like, Christmas! And it's like, no! Listen to this! Danilo Dragon says, ahem, I'm German. We have the wonderful word Erbschuld, inherited guilt. Yeah, in fairness, a potent one, that. But, also, like, I think, by and large, a good illustrator of how to deal with the legacy of something like that, you know? Whereas here, people are like, bring it all back, bring back the Empire. And it's like, no. No, no. Let's not, shall we? If anything, we've drifted toward fascism specifically because the Allies prevailed in World War II. So there's a horrible fucking... There's this horrible, like, confidence. It's like, wow, We can't possibly be fascist because we won World War Two. It's like, okay, firstly, we didn't. There's a horrible generation that acts like they were on the front lines. And it's just like that Britain can do no wrong. And it's... anyway. Yeah. And the eccentric lefty has done a super chat saying, I'll have to miss the stream as I'm celebrating my 30th birthday with my mum. Best friend in our favourite bookshop with parents' dog. See you on VOD. Congratulations on the 30th. Happy birthday. That's the word I'm looking for. Happy birthday, Em. Welcome to your 30s. Honestly, I'm having a lot more fun than I did in my 20s. Granted, I am only 31, but tremendous. If you're watching this on VOD, I hope you had a lovely time. If you're still watching this live, get out of here. Go celebrate yourself. Have a lovely time. And thank you for the super chat. That's very, very kind. Soup's good though, isn't it? It's really good. Will says you've been 31 for ages too, like Edward from Twilight, but with more of an understanding of who you are as a person and a sorer back. Yeah, pretty much. I threw the ball for Watson today and went, ooh, bit stiff there, like out loud to myself. Which was upsetting. What's everyone's favourite soup? Notice I say what's everyone's favourite, not what is the best soup. I can't be bothered to do like a tier ranking thing. I don't want anyone going, what? If someone likes carrot and coriander. Life's too short to try and hodder other people over their fucking soup preferences, okay? Jack Wood says leek and potato. I think, generally, quite underrated. Oh, nice, which says I love making a curried parsnip soup. Yeah. French onions getting an outing there. Oh, Chaos Goblin says any kind of dumpling soup. Yes. I'll be honest, hot and sour soup from a Chinese restaurant is absolutely wonderful. Freya says roast kumara and garlic. I don't even know what kumara is. Or if I'm saying it right. Oh, sweet potato. It's a type of sweet potato. Huh. There you go. Nikki says taco soup, my beloved. God, I've had like chicken tortilla soup before. Got some soup left over in the fridge. I say some. I made enough soup to feed about a dozen people yesterday. But I don't hate it because it means I've got a lot more soup. Sabrina Scarlett says Cape Cod clam chowder. Scott Perkins says chicken, basic as fuck, but it just makes me happy and reminds me of simpler times. That's the thing. Soup is one of those meals where you're like, I just need a bowl of warm and damp. There are better ways to phrase that, which is I think is why people just say soup. But yeah, it's just so comforting. It's good. I mean, I tried bisque for the first time in summer. That was very good. It's like tomatoey, fishy bisque. It was great. Bisque, a good time. Obviously, I can't have clam chowder, but everyone who eats it seems to be enjoying themselves, so that's nice. Right. Okay. That is a coating of titanium white. The coverage from Pro Acryl. This is the best white paint I've ever used, I have to say. I'm going to go over that with Apothecary White, the contrast paint, later. Lena Hansen says, I only know about bisque from Spiritfarer. I don't remember bisque in Spiritfarer. All I remember is fried chicken because of Atten just screaming for fried chicken all the time. He was such a wonderful character. And then there's that middle section where all he says is, whoa, because he wants fried chicken. I don't know. Watson just adjusted herself there and did a little grumble. Weekend Mini says all I remember from Spiritfarer is repeatedly bawling my eyes out. Yeah. Big time. Sorry, I got a message, but I'm just checking. Right. Oh, and I also need to change the music. That's why I got my phone out in the first place. Because the album finished. Does anybody here listen to Green Lung? If so, have you heard the new album? Subsequent question. Isn't it great? I think it's fucking brilliant. Glad we had this chat. Yeah. Oh. Right then. Will says, I really want to like Green Lung. I feel like I should like Green Lung, and they do nothing for me. That's entirely fair. I have bands like that. Periphery is one of those. One of my best friends, he and I have basically the same music taste, and he loves Periphery, and every time I listen to them, I'm like, can we turn this off, please? I don't know what it is, but weird. Nice, which says, only listen to ABBA, sorry. Will says, Periphery, love that shit. See, that's the thing. I just can't get on with Periphery, and I don't know why. Do not know why. But yeah, Green Lung, very good. This new album is a lot more like Ghost, actually, than their previous stuff. It's not necessarily a complaint, but I was surprised. There's one song that straight up belongs in a musical. Might need to tidy that bit up later. Cameo from my nose there. Oh, I didn't paint the little chest bit with white. I'll go back and do that later. Ooh, Will says, oh mate, I had a real life Hellblade moment last week. I was absolutely convinced I could see an Algiz rune in the trees I was warming up. Went back in the day, 2 trees lined up at one angle. Amazing. That must have been trippy. I liked those puzzle bits in Hellblade. Hellblade was very, very, very good. First coat of 2 or 3 going on here. Oh, Let's leave that for now. When's Hellblade 2 out? It feels like it's been on the way for a while. Does it have a release date yet? Not for a long time, says Will. Oh, there we go then. Kimberly Allen says, hello, Skelly pals. The vibes are off at work today, so it's nice to have a chill stream and great Skellies for company. I'm sorry to hear the vibes are off. It's rubbish when that happens and you can't necessarily pinpoint why. I remember having days like that when I worked in an office full time, just being like, this is normally meant to be fun. Why is this? What's it with there? Well, it's not normally meant to be fun, but we normally manage to make this fun. What is going on? It's very odd. Will says they were doing a lot of from actor motion capture with full costumes, etc. And I imagine 2020, etc. screwed them a lot. Yeah, that adds up. What's in streaming? Hang on, see if you can hear this. She stopped now. She did a little sleep woof. You might have been able to hear it. She's also generated a pretty bad smell over there. But hey. You take the rough with the smooth. I love her. Cat M has done a super chat saying, a lot of historic English assness comes from places like Eton College. The Highland clearances were actually done by Scottish Highland. Let's try this again. Cat M has done a super chat saying, a lot of historic English assness comes from places like Eton College. The Highland clearances were actually done by Scottish landowners who had studied in places like Eton. In short, F the Tories, whatever era they're from. Agreed. Fuck 'em. Lena Hansen says, oh, was that a little sleepy wine? It was. It was. She's a good pig. Why won't... Okay, there we go. There was one bit of that model I swear, directly dabbing at with my brush, and it was just staying not red, and it was very confusing for a minute there. Oopsie. A little bit clumsy there. Might switch brushes, actually. So, what I'm using right now is a synthetic small layer brush from Citadel. You can see from like the handle that like it's been used quite a lot. So I have another one. It's newer, so it keeps it at a tip, so it's like better for control. So I'm going to switch to that. Okay, babes? Okay. Britt Kelly says Shambling Undead for Blood Bowl. You couldn't be more correct, Britt. Very much enjoying painting this team. And it's nice painting a team specifically for somebody else as well. I'm having a good time working on it. I shouldn't have talked so much about soup. Now I'm peckish. And I ate lunch about 20 minutes before this stream started, but here we are. I shall have a snack when we go to the break. A pickled egg, perhaps. Frodo the Dodo says, is this the blue team? No, I'm painting them red. Frodo the Dodo. It's a good funny username. Oh, Britt Kelly says, someone earlier asked what you were painting, but the username was in a language I shouldn't try to read. Oh, it's Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Lucy says, I'm watching on a very small screen. Is this Ultraman? No. It's a zombie who likes sport. Lucas says, question for all. If you were a D&D artificer, what from our world would you invent? Soup. I'd invent soup. Yeah, I got myself good with that one. Corvus Albright has done a super chat saying, soup haiku for soup haiku time. Wordy vichyssoise. Tell us, if you were a soup, what soup would you be? That is a fucking great super chat, Corvus. It's a really good haiku, rather. I appreciate the fact that it's a super chat, but it doesn't necessarily add anything to the poem itself. What soup would I be? What kind of soup would I be? Something like dark and stodgy, I think. Like, I used to make a soup called Stoop, where I would just basically it was like if you made a roast dinner into a soup. So I'd do a lamb one with like mint sauce, potatoes, carrots, lamb, and just blend it up so it was really thick and simmer it down. I used to do a beef version which had ale in it. That was pretty good. So something like that. Or like there's a pub in York called the House of the Trembling Madness, which has the smallest kitchen you'll ever see, but has a surprisingly broad food menu versus the space. And they do like this beef stew, which I've never had, but I've smelled, and it smells absolutely phenomenal. They serve it with like hunks of bread. I went during the Jorvik Viking Festival and just saw a guy like in Viking clothing just being like blah, 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 just tearing into it, and I was like, yes, that's a way to live. Big fan of that. So there we go. Naturally. Anonymous says the south of Sweden have black soup. The main ingredient, goose blood. Huh. I'd try it. No point being squeamish about it. Scott Perkins says, I'd probably be chicken and mushroom soup. A good soup. A fine soup. A soup you're always glad to have around. Why did my phone go off? Or did it? Bobby says, good soup chat all. Yeah, we're doing all right today, aren't we? Weekend Mini says, I would like to think I would be a good borscht, but I would most likely be something more like a pemmican soup. Wow. I mean, great in a survival situation, in fairness, Weekend Minis. Nice, which says thinking about croutons. Oh my god, croutons are great. It's maybe a silly question, but how do people make cheesy croutons? Lena Hansen says, I tried black soup as a kid and it tasted like liquid blood pudding. Blood patties in English, maybe? We just call it black pudding. And it was such a weird experience. I like blood pudding, did not like black soup. Huh. Zega Genesis says, I'd be a bisque, a delicious soup that gets a rise out of Johnny. Can confirm, yes, that's what you'd be, Zega. Adam G says, with cheese and croutons. Thanks, Adam. I got that fucking far. Tegan Evans says, croutons are massively overrated, IMO. Wow. I mean, I do like them. I have to say, actually, if I'm making, like, soup in a cup, or cup of soup, if you will, if it comes with croutons, I eat all the croutons immediately, because I want to get them out of the way. Like, if I'm eating soup from a bowl, bring it. Bring them on. Love croutons. Brilliant. But in a mug, just like, nah. I'm not looking to be surprised by crunch when I'm drinking a mug of soup, you know? Freya says dumplings are better than croutons. They are. But like I feel like they have different roles though. Like dumplings are a much more substantial part of the soup than a crouton. A crouton is like a little. A crouton's a garnish. Dumplings are like, you know, you get like wonton soup and it's a clear thin broth, maybe a couple of vegetables and just wonton. What I'm saying is it's not fair to make croutons go up against dumplings and fight for everyone's affection. I'm not a crouton centrist. God damn it. Tegan Evans says crispy onions are a good soup garnish. Crispy onions are a good anything garnish, really. They're fantastic. Crunions. Sarah Burke says, I think I would be turkey rice soup, nice and simple. Oh my god, there's a really good soup. I've made it a few times where it's like a chicken soup, and you put rice in there, and then like you put in shitloads of lemon juice, but also you get some eggs, and you like beat them in a mug or a bowl, and you slowly add a little bit of stock at a time, to raise the temperature of the eggs without cooking them, and then what you do is you pour that into the pan of soup while shaking it, and it cooks the egg, but in tiny little like micro bits of egg, and it just thickens the whole thing up, and it's fucking delicious. I can't remember the name of it, but it's zingy and hearty, and oh my god, it's good. Freya says, "Oh my god, I just remember chicken soup with barley. It's so good." I'm not. I'm not a big fan of like pearl barley and stews and stuff because I find the texture it gives off is just a little bit slimy. In fact, I have a friend who every winter for over 10 years now has always sent me a picture from when he buys his first bag of pearl barley of the season, because he loves stew with pearl barley. Catherine Redmond says, sounds a bit like Avgolemono. I didn't say that right. Avgolemono. I think it is that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's Avgolemono. I didn't say it right, but yes. Oh, it's so good. Nice Rich says really good Wario impression there. Thank you. Wah! Right. I just cleaned my brush, but what we should really do is a second coat of red, because it's not strong enough right now. Bit of fun. Look at us talking about soup and not like cloacas and asses and stuff. This is very wholesome. I guess that's just what happens when the weather turns. People put their butts away, you know? It is laughable how excited I am about Christmas already this year. It's not even the 10th of November yet. I feel mildly ashamed of myself, but I'm just really looking forward to it. We've got some friends who aren't going to make it home for Christmas, and we're like, right, Waifs and Strays Christmas. So I'll be cooking for the largest number I've ever cooked for on Christmas Day. And I'm just really excited. It'll be the first time I've seen my friend Paul in months. There's a friend who's going to be over from the States and won't have anyone to spend Christmas with, so she'll be coming to us. And I'm going to get loads of Guinness, and I'm going to put port in it, and I'm going to drink port Guinness and be merry. It's going to be brilliant. That is what I have decided. It's my first ever Waifs and Strays Christmas, so I'm excited. Any road. Plenty of November to get through first, though, so... Are there any, like, festivals or, like, things coming up between now and Christmas? Because obviously yesterday was Bonfire Night. Or Guy Fawkes Night. If you really want to emphasise the torture of Catholics as part of the bargain. I know for a lot of you that's really the whole point. I guess there's Yule, right? Oh, Diwali is next week. Is Diwali next week? I thought Diwali was on Friday. Nice, which says, well, it's my birthday in a month, so that's a big one. Fair. Frodo the Dodo says my birthday's before Christmas. Does that count? Yeah. Titan Uranus says the 10th of November is Martin Mass, the blood soup holiday. American Thanksgiving is still to come. I really want to watch that. I think it's just called Thanksgiving, the horror film about Thanksgiving. I think that would be nice. Sarah Burke says it's my birthday on Saturday. Well. When's the solstice? Because I really like brewing up wassail for that. It's good. Jack Wood says mine is Thursday. Is it your birthday on Thursday, Jack? We shall have to do something to celebrate. December 22nd to 23rd is the solstice. Lovely, thank you. Red. Paint the thing red. And you just notice these knee pads. Let's do them red. Why not? Google says 21st. Oh, okay. What do I know? Who am I? The calendar inspector? You better hope not, because I've got things to say about October being the 10th month. Makes no sense. But no, my name's Julius Caesar. I want a month. Oh. Nice, which says, I wish my job was calendar inspector. Yeah. High employee retention, though, in that role. So, like, it's not, there's going to be no vacancy in quite a while, is there? Nice, which says, yeah, it's frustrating because I have all the experience. I know all of the days and the order they come in. I know, right? It's really irritating. Oh, Brooke Boyd says, please don't get rid of October. I was born in that month. No, I'm not trying to get rid of October. October's fantastic. It's just annoying that it's not the 8th month, thanks to July and August, because of Julius and Augustus. Oh, there's another knee pad I missed. And we'll get on to some Rhinox hide for the leather bits. We'll just generally keep painting the model. That sounds like a good time. Tegan Evans says, what will we rename the last 4 months after if we stop calling them numbered names? Baddy Wrongleg says, just checked, and when July and August were added, September was still 7th. It was moving the year start to January that screwed it up. Oh. Okay. Well then. Anyway, it's silly. Julius Caesar had it coming. Fa 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 fa. Sorry. Scott Perkins says, Revel plastic glue is super runny as it turns out. Yeah, it is. It's not that tasty either. Right, let's clean up a little bit of the white. In fact, I didn't paint this one earlier, so let's get some paint down on that. Emma Button says, please don't eat glue. No, I completely agree. Sorry, don't eat glue. I really do. Nice switch. I really should stop saying things like glue is tasty or... Yeah. Because I will get in trouble one of these days. Okay. Emma Benton says, I always have to add disclaimers to things you say, lol. I'm so sorry. Haiku Rai has done a super chat saying, inspect calendar. This one sucks, stupid Caesar. On to the next one. Haiku Rai there, that's a job application, if I'm not mistaken, for calendar inspector. It's a good haiku. You can't fault it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Non-Binary Person Looks Through a Box of Paints trying to find a paint. Today, where's Rhinox hide? I can never find it. There it is. Great. I shamed it into showing itself. There it is. As you can see, it's slightly red from the Wasdackening, which is when I put a pot of Wasdacker red into my paint box without closing it properly, and it got red everywhere. That was a good time. Boop. Beige Boy has done a super chat saying, have a pull page. For legal reasons, this is a bit. Yeah, really should. Really should invest in something like that. Just a scrolling graphic across the screen. Like Paladin Amber. With like the fake newscast thing. She's very, very good. See, I know people who stream on twitch.television. I mean, I don't know Paladin Amber, but I know of. I'm hip. I'm down with the kids. Etc, etc. Keep Calm and Reload says, Johnny, if you have to say you are hip, you really aren't. Sorry. Hey, I'm just being honest. A lot of people aren't prepared to say that they're hip. But you know what? I'm tired of pretending otherwise. I am relevant and cool. I've got my finger on the pulse, and everybody knows it. I'm just telling the truth. Are those toes poking out of the... Yeah, okay, alright. I missed that detail. This zombie has a big hole in his boot. So we'll do something like that. Hey, who's 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 the who's the coolest guy in the hospital? The ultrasound guy. Who who covers for the ultrasound guy when he can't make it to work? The hip replacement guy. Anonymous knew it. Yep. Yep. Nathan says, right, how do I unsubscribe on Patreon? Just call your bank and tell them your card's gone missing. It'll auto decline. Apologies to all of you. No, I don't mean that. I'm not sorry. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. They say not to antagonize your audience, but I'm like, where else are you going to go to watch somebody with mutton chops paint the boots on some tiny zombies? Exactly. Captive audience. I've absolutely nailed this. I got this sewn up. Unmissable content. Unmissable. Emma Benson says, in your defense, we did throw you in a lake once. And the only reason it didn't happen a second time is that I vetoed it. And you all complained. I would have won that game had I not hamstrung myself by choosing the wrong victory condition. I maintain. Kicking myself. Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, what is the difference between a really rich guy and a soggy biscuit? One is loaded with dough. The other is doughy with loads. Titan Uranus, I can't believe I read that out. Horrible. Good God. Okay, let's move on. Weekend Mini says, that's it. I'm shaving my chin and starting a competitive stream. It's time people have options and Johnny's monopoly of mutton chop painters comes to an end. Fine. I'll see you on the battlefield, Weekend Minis. I'll see you there. Some guy on YouTube has done a super chat saying, hey Johnny and LSPs, Extra Life was mostly a success. We fell short of our goal by under $500, but I'm still proud of the team. Ran Dread in a dark room with only tea lights in the wee hours. That sounds phenomenal. And look, congrats on raising a bunch of money anyway. You know, even if you fell short of your goal, like, you've still made a difference. And it sounds like you've had some fun doing it. So, actually, a good news. What time is it? It's 25 past 5. The dog's snoring. Very, very gently, so you probably can't hear it. I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat, which is probably from the way I'm talking / my posture. But it's a good reminder that hydration is important. So in a few minutes we'll have ourselves a little break so people can get hydrated and all that good stuff. I do plan on hopefully streaming the full 4 hours today. So we might have a second short break later on. It depends how far we get, basically. Emma Benton says, psh, hydration. Emma. You could eliminate most of the headaches from your life. The literal, not figurative ones. Just by having a little bit of water every now and then, Emma. No one's going to judge you. In fact, we'd be thrilled. Beige Boy says, it's actually 12:25. Time zones are based on whomever is the most offended by daylight savings. I really enjoyed that. That's good fun. Oh yeah, touche, Emma. Yeah, those migraines do sound horrific. Right. These are coming together quite nicely. I think these are going to come out better than the skeleton tontons. Skeleton ton. I've done that one. I've done that one. So we've got 2 more to do with Rhinox hide. Cat M says, should I be proud or not over the fact I still have Halloween candy? Good reason to be proud, if you ask me. Why not? Emma Benton says, I also said hydration while taking water to take my meds. Well, there you go. That doesn't count, though, you know? I often feel like, it's like, have you had any water today? So I had 1 sip to take my medication. That doesn't really. Right. Let's have a 5 to 7 minute break. I'm going to go make myself another coffee because I fancy one. They said after talking about hydration. But so I'm going to be gone for about 5 minutes. Oh, fucking hell, not that quick. I'm going to be gone for about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. How about you? When was the last time you had a little stretch and a little wander around? Maybe you should do that. You know, are you too warm? Are you too cold? Are you peckish? Do you need the toilet? Tend to your needs, and then we will carry on painting some zombies for my friend Gav. So yeah, I'll be right back. I will see you then. Hello. How's everyone doing? How was your break? I had a pickled egg. I was peckish, and I said I'd have one, so I had one. Fascinating. And I made a coffee, and now I'm back. So we can paint some more zombies. Specifically, their boots and belts. These models are less busy than the skeletal ones. I'm quite enjoying painting them. The skeletons were a little bit of a challenge, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Hiker Roy says, is a pickled egg and a deviled egg the same thing? No. Happy Bob says, I fell down some stairs. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. A pickled egg is a hard-boiled egg that is peeled and then put into white vinegar with like a tiny bit of sugar, if you're that way inclined, and some other spices. And you can customize your spices. And then it's left for a couple of weeks to pickle, and then boom, you've got a pickled egg. Deviled eggs, where you like take out the yolks from hard-boiled eggs and blitz them up with like some sort of sauce and then pipe it back in. I find deviled eggs a little bit suspicious. There, I said it. But I'm a big fan of pickled eggs. I'm pickling my own. I don't know if you heard that child scream then, but it's very funny. Ah! Oh, that got me. That was good fun. Emma says, why are deviled eggs suspicious? I just think it's a bit weird that, like, so much goes into... You take the yolk out and then you put the yolk back, but it's different now and it's in swirls. It's like pre-chewing it. EA122 says, the pickled eggs for some reason has me thinking that Johnny made kimchi once. Am I right in saying that, or am I imagining things? I did make kimchi. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty tasty and there was loads of it. My friend made kimchi the other day and gave me a jar, and it is sublime. Like, I ate it and was like, that's how you make kimchi. But yeah, I love kimchi so much. Just the flavour of it is incredible. Matt K. Fry Guy says, Johnny, long time. Hope you had a good spooky season. Mostly. October was hard and bad, which kind of overshadowed the spooky season. But I dressed up as Harry Dubois from Disco Elysium, and it's the best costume I'll ever do. So that was nice. But apart from that, October sucked. Coffee's nice though, isn't it? Yeah, 122 says vegan kimchi rocks. I think I did make my... Oh no, I put fish sauce in it. I didn't put shrimp paste in it because I couldn't find any. But a lot of people consider shrimp paste to be a very important ingredient, although not essential, as the existence of vegan kimchi plainly shows. Matt K. Fry Guy says, was it hard because of the spooky season or different reasons? Oh no, I love the spooky season. I was just very, very busy and wasn't having much fun. October was just a very hectic month, that's all. How about you, Matt? How was your spooky season? Le saison du spook, as I believe they say in France. Pretty certain that's what they call it. I don't have any music playing in my ears. That's dangerous. What if I'm left alone with my thoughts? Give me 1 second and I'll sort that. Oh, yeah, we'll have a little bit of Iron Maiden, why not? Sure. Matt says, for me, it was kind of the opposite. I had 2 weeks off work and it was nicely relaxed. Sadly, though, I couldn't make it to any Halloween events, so my dressing up as Kami from the Bear fell flat. Haha. I went to a party and there were so many the guy from the Bear outfits. It was like a whole flock of them, all yelling behind at each other. That's the only thing I know about that show, is that they yell behind. Not that it bothers me, because I really couldn't give two hoots. But you know when people wear a band t-shirt when they don't listen to the band, they just like the aesthetic. What do you think the band that has that happen to the most is? I'm going to say Metallica, Nirvana, and Iron Maiden are all right up there. And again, couldn't give two shits. If someone doesn't listen to Maiden and they want to wear a Maiden shirt, fine. Oh, Emma Benton says AC/DC. That's pretty strong. Motorhead, Ramones. Yeah. Now the Rolling Stones. Titan Rainer says Che Guevara. Guns N' Roses, also up there. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd less so, I think. I agree, Haiku Rai, but not to the extent of the other ones. AC/DC's right up there. Happy Barber's done a super chat saying, speaking of Iron Maiden, how are people just realising the guy from Wheatus did the female voice on Teenage Dirtbag? I don't know, because I swear I saw... Does he do it in the video? Anyway, I knew it was him anyway. Maybe I'd seen him doing it on Top of the Pops or something, but... Misfits, yeah. Oh, and the Beatles. Dead Kennedys, yeah. Oh, it's going to be nice when I got my full beard back. I'll be like, hello. Anyway. Freya says Pink Floyd is just the Dark Side of the Moon cover. Yeah, I don't see many people out wearing that. The only people I see really wearing that are men who I'm like, yeah, you definitely listen to Pink Floyd. Some guy on YouTube says, let's get everyone wearing Johnny shirts. Oh, you like Johnny Chiodini? Name 3 live streams. Oh, it would be hellish. It would be hellish. The Indomitable X says, my 89-year-old grandma wears a Fleetwood Mac hoodie and has no idea who they are. Fair enough. I mean, Fleetwood Mac are fucking brilliant. Silver Springs deserve to be on Rumours. There, I said it. Oh, good. I can hear a cat being sick. Never a dull moment. Zay Genesis says the one with the soup talk, the one with the butt talk, and the one with the cannibalism talk. Touche! Emma I'm going to pin that. I'm going to pin that because that's hilarious. Pin message. Emma Bliss says Fleetwood Mac's Rumours is the best argument both for and against sleeping with co-workers. Ah, that's tremendous. Bravo. Well done. Well done, Emma Bliss. That tickled me. Right, that's the leather bits. Oh, clean the brush better than that, please, Johnny. It's. I can tell that I've not painted enough recently, and that I painted for a long time yesterday because this part of my middle finger is ever so slightly tender, which is funny because that's also where I hold a pen, and so when I was in school / university, I had a massive callus there, and then now it's just an indicator of how little writing by hand I have to do in my day-to-day life that is basically gone, and the painting is aggravating my finger. Very weird. Oh no, wait, there was a bit more brush change. So thanks so much, Cecile Synthetic Small Layer Brush. We're going to switch to this Rosemary & Co. Kalinsky Sable Series 33 3/0 because this is better for fine details, which is what we need to do right now. Babes. Sometimes I worry that my streams are getting a little bit impenetrable with all the in-jokes, but who doesn't like to be called babes, you know? Emma Benton says, we love being called babes, mostly regardless of circumstance. There you go. Tony Rainer says, fuck, I missed it. There is an obscure Swedish holiday today as well. The more you know. Colin Laster says, the stream I remember most is the one where I made the Scrabble joke last year and led to Johnny cursing me for a solid 5 to 10 minutes. And I still haven't forgiven you, Colin. Oh, I tell you what, though. I had a lovely time on Friday. I went to my friend's brewery and tap room, where their board game situation was frankly atrocious. I looked through all of the games to see if any of them could be kept, and they had off-brand Guess Who broken, a lot of the pieces missing. Checkers broken, a lot of the pieces missing. Scrabble broken, a lot of the pieces missing. A lot of the pieces missing. A lot of the pieces missing, and the board was in 2 pieces. They had dominoes, which was actually 2 incomplete domino sets in the same box. It was a shambles. So I went and I donated loads of fucking board games, and I binned all the ones they had myself. I took them out back to the dumpster, well, not the dumpster, the big bin, and I just threw them in, and it felt incredible. In fact, I'm going to show you. It was so good. Oh, no, wait, it won't play out loud because I got headphones in. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's great. Oh, and there was Cluedo, and it had almost nothing in it anymore. So now there's a stack of good games that are behind the bar, and people have to ask for them, and children aren't allowed to play with them. Brask says, skip. A skip is a big bin. Like a very big bin. Hang on. Like, I guess you'd call it, like, it's kind of like a dumpster you have delivered for a construction site. That's a skip. Right. Anyway, what were we doing? Painting. Seem to remember. Anonymous says dumpster is, as far as I know, a brand name. Really? News to me. Right, next steps. Metals, that other wood, and guts. So, we need a brown, a light purple, and a metal. Welcome back to Non-Binary Person Looks Through a Box of Paints. Today we're finding this metal, this purple, and that brown. Short episode, solid banger. This brush is getting a bit knackered. I need to find my brush shampoo, brush cleaner. Whatever you call it. Brush shampoo, why not? That'll do for that bit. Wizardton says, "Hi, sorry I'm late. Is everyone's animals okay with the fireworks?" We're very lucky in this house in that the cats don't care about fireworks, and neither does Watson. It's always a big relief every year, because I've got friends whose dogs are just terrified of them, and it always makes me feel very bad for them. Orthogonalist says dumpsters were invented by the company Dempster Brothers. They had a garbage collection vehicle called the Dempster Dumpmaster. I know this, but I don't know why. I'm glad you do know it, because that's some tip-top knowledge right there. Thank you very much for sharing. I bet they were real characters. They must have been hellions at school. You know? Wraith Shadowheart is on a super chat saying, "Sorry, this has been bothering me. How does this Blood Bowl team work? Are they fast zombies, or do the other teams just casually stroll around them?" The zombies and skeletons are linemen. So their whole thing is to hold the line of scrimmage and just get stuck into a fight, basically. They're not very fast. They've got decent armor. They're really cheap to hire, or relatively cheap to hire. But there are faster pieces. So there are ghoul runners. Oops. So, hang on. So firstly, there are wights. We are WIGHTS, who are like faster, better skeletons. You can tell because they've got wings on their helmets. And then this is a ghoul runner. They're really nippy, and they're your goal scorers. And then you got mummies, who are just big, hard-hitting motherfuckers. But the good thing about the undead team is most of the pieces have what's called regeneration, which means that even if they get killed, there's a chance they won't get killed, and they'll come back into the reserves. So, like, they can just shrug off death, which other people cannot. So they are a surprisingly durable team. They do sacrifice a bit of speed for that, but they can be really formidable. They were... The first season of the Hot Bobs League was won by an Shambling Undead team. So they're a strong pick. Titan Arena says, "You don't have a keeper?" No. That would be quite funny. Well, we call those sweepers, really. But you're doing a bit, and now I'm answering you seriously, so I'll stop doing that now. Just tidying up a bit of the skin. Then we're going to get in there with the purple to paint all these guts. Lisa Hunt says this is making me want to do a Blood Bowl. Join us, it's wonderful. It's very, very silly. And I love it. Do, 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 do. Where are the ones with their guts hanging out? Here we go. Let's do a sickly purple coil. I said what I said. Probably should have painted this whole cavity first, really, but hey ho, we're doing it now, so that'll teach me. I mean, I'm going to put loads of Blood for the Blood God in there. The best named paint in the Citadel range? Question mark. Wizzy McWiston says, sorry, I'm not very familiar with painting jargon and equipment, but does everyone use a cool brush holder like that? This was a gift, actually, from a very kind viewer. It's called a paint puck, and it looks weird. It looks like H.R. Geiger tried to design a flashlight, but it is a superlative, like an absolutely incredible paint pot. It's great for cleaning brushes, great for holding brushes. It looks like H.R. Geiger tried to design a sex toy. You know, like it's got a lot going for it. There we go. Buddy Wrongleg says, Johnny, I had my mouth full. Here's what it is. Mabel Teachers says, well, now that image will live in my soul forever. Listen, H.R. Geiger was a horny fellow. You only need to look at some of his art to see that. He was a horn dog. Just look at the face hugger. It is yonic and phallic all at the same time. Can you imagine what Freud would have done with that? Would have gone into conniptions. Talking of horn dogs. I don't really watch many other hobby streamers online. Are there streams like this? They probably talk more about, like, hobby stuff. But then they're probably better at painting than me, so... Orthogonalist says, H.R. Geiger? I sure hope he does. Bunnet Guy says, what Freud would have done with that? Put his back out? Oh, goodness me. Chat's on form today, I have to say. I'm going to read it again, though. Emma Blast said, Fleetwood Mac's rumours is the best argument, both for and against sleeping with co-workers. Very funny. Beige Boy says, comparison is the thief of joy, Johnny. This is perfect. Oh, I'm having a lovely time. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just curious sometimes. Like, I went to Warhammer World with some lovely Skelly pals, actually. We had a very, very nice time. But it coincided with the Golden Demon. And so there were lots of like pro painters there and lots of YouTube creators. And Louise Sugden, who at the time was still working at Games Workshop, came out to chat to some people, and they were all like, "Hey, how are you?" And they all sort of knew each other. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit starstruck by Louise Sugden. That doesn't happen to me. I don't normally get starstruck. I've met some very, very famous people, and it's been fine. But I was like, "Oh my god!" But I was like, "Huh? I don't know any of these people. I wonder if there's like, I wonder if there's like a secret. No, not a secret. Maybe there's like a cabal. There's like there's like a way into this group." I think part of the problem is that I'm just over here in this little corner of YouTube talking about H.R. Geiger designing flashlights. I'm probably right where I need to be, actually. I'll leave them alone. Anyway, there's a bit of rib poking out of this zombie here, so I'm going to paint that. Sometimes I think I should do more to get sort of to make more friends in sort of the painting content creator space. But I just think their level of commitment is obscene. Like, these are all people whose channels are hobby channels, and they are, incredibly talented at painting. Whereas I'm more of I'm what you'd call a variety streamer, I guess. But still. Mark Cohen says, I witnessed that. It was delightful. I wasn't ready. Right, there's some bits of... I need some more pale sand. Nathan says, we're possibly heading back to Warhammer World in the new year to play Age of Sigmar. Should be a good time. Nice. I need to make it to one of the future ham meets again. Oh, that sounded like a firework outside. Mark Coleman says we're going to have to do a Blood Bowl one, aren't we? Nah, not even. I'll just come along and horse around. I get enough Blood Bowl kicks throughout the year. That reminds me, I need to write an article for our blog later. Although the last article I wrote was about how Nuffle was being an insufferable prick, and then I lost the next game I played 3-1 and had a player death. So, Titan Uranus says, if I wanted to watch Louise Sugden, then I would go do that. What I want to do is watch Johnny. That's a lovely thing to say. But also, I just want to be mates with them. I'm so lonely. I'm not lonely. It's fine. Sega Genesis says penalty kicks. Very good. Big fan of that. Fear of the dark. Blue Deck says we could do that idea of a Warcry Blood Bowl doubles game with Warcry being the fans having fights outside of the stadium. I still think that's one of the funniest ideas I've come up with. Our Christmas tournament in the Blood Bowl League this year is Blood Bowl Sevens and Gutter Bowl. So if you lose your first game of Blood Bowl, you have to play Gutter Bowl to try and get back up into the bracket. I don't know how much of this is actually exposed. I'm going to sort of do that. I think some of that is just skull. I'm not sure. Hang on. I should have done this hours ago, but figure video brightness. Is that better? I think so. Yeah, that shows the model a little bit better. Once I shade these anyway, it's all going to look different. But dum da da dum da da dum. 2003 WRX says, "Ooh, Iron Maiden." Yes, I'm listening to a playlist of my favourite Iron Maiden songs, which I foolishly called Maiden Bangers, thinking, these Iron Maiden is the band and all of these songs are bangers. And then I realised probably shouldn't have a playlist called Maiden Bangers. Have I changed the name of the playlist? No. But there we go. I didn't mean to. Just wasn't thinking clearly, evidently. Now I think it's quite funny. Here we go. That's sort of... Okie dokie. Getting to the point where we can put some liquid talent on these things. We need to do the hair on the heads, and there are some metal bits. But apart from that... Oh, there's a chain there, but we're looking pretty good, I think. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, hair colours. Let's do a heavy ochre, why not? One of them can be blondish. It's a contrast paint, we won't be using that. Let's do a brown. You're my brown-haired zombie. Oops. Table 9 Studio says, "Good day, Johnny and pals." Hello! I hope you're well. Watson continues to make a pretty ungodly smell down there in her crate. Just having a little nap. And farting away. Yeah, I was talking about you. Nice, which says, "I answered the call and got some soup on. Lentil, bacon and potato." Fuck yes. I love lentils so much. And there's no denying, they go well with bacon. And yeah, a bit of potato in that mix certainly never hurt. That is a top tier soup. We're not tiering the soups. Sorry, that is a very good soup. All soups are valid. Except maybe Gamer Girl bathwater. This is, oh, come on, bring up the tier chart. I'm not doing it. Although I've seen people I follow do tier streams, and they do seem like fun. There's actually less hair on this guy's head than I thought. I need to go back in with the flesh colour because there's a bit of his bunts that I've just not painted there. God, that's a bad haircut. I mean, he's got bigger things to worry about, like being a zombie. But it's not a good haircut, is it? Although it does feel like every single open world game with a character creator these days offers this exact haircut. You know? And I'm a sucker. I'll take it 8 times out of 10. Cool. Oh shit, there's a coil of intestine there. How dare I miss that? Let's mix it up. Literally. I'm going to put some red in this purple. It looks bad. Let's use it. Oopsie. Well, I've accidentally done a sort of red wash in there. No, we don't like it. Let's get rid of that. Yep, fuck that. Let's stop arsing around and put some purple back. In the palette. I think shading this will do a lot to it, actually. Okie dokie. Right. More hair. Will you stop having hair, you fucking bastards? I see what you're all doing in chat, and the answer is no. I will not do a butt tier stream. Mostly because we talk about butts a lot anyway. Well, do we even? I don't think we do it that much. But oh, this was a bad choice of colour. Oh, I hate it. No, absolutely not happening. No, no, no. Matt K. Fry Guy says, Johnny, I picked up a major tinnitus on a video shoot recently. Enduro bikes suck, but it seems your streams calm my nerves enough to help, so thank you. You're very welcome. Also, are you aware of the drumming on the back of your skull thing? Because I had, when the seasons were changing, I was getting a rumbling in my ears a lot, and I realised that was also stress related. Like I say, October was a month, and apparently there's a thing you can do. I did find it helped actually, where you lace your hands. Well, you don't lace your hands. You put your hands like that on the back of your head, and you cup your ears with your hands, and then the idea is so imagine that's the back of your head. You got your hands here. You take the index finger of each hand, and do that. Like flick off your middle finger, and drum, like tap on the back of your head, and it genuinely does seem to help. I've seen a lot of people with tinnitus talk about this online, being like it's very useful. So there you go. That's my top tinnitus tip. Cue lots of people now doing that. Another fun one. This isn't tinnitus related. In fact, if you have tinnitus, maybe don't do this at all. But if you've got in-ear like buds, like headphones, and you put them up your nose, put your fingers in your ears, and open your mouth, you can hear whatever's playing through the headphones. You look weird doing it, obviously, but it works. So there you go. I discovered that about 16 years ago. The Indomitable X says, can confirm about the back of the head thing. There you go. Tighten your says, sounds like a prank. I'm deadly serious. You can can you hear it through the mouth? You might be able to. Alright, you know what? Don't say I never do anything to you. Do anything to you, do anything for you. Let me get my other headphone out now. Okay. Right. I got my headphones up my ears, up my nose now. I turn the volume full, and then... Is that actually playing? It's not playing. Huh? You're welcome. I could have been a science teacher. I couldn't. Orthogonalist says that this would be the weirdest reason to get a copyright strike. I agree. Hazelbutt says, incredible point to join the stream. Hello, welcome aboard. Sorry, sort of? Oh, that's not hair. That's a flap of skin. Perfectly normal thing to say as well. Oh, hold on. There we go. There we go. That's a flap of skin, not hair. Where's the other one? I need to fix that. Yep. Bally Wrongleg says, so the headphones I had to hand were the ones plugged into my mic, which gave me the unique experience of filling my nose with feedback. Tremendous. Good times had by all. Right. I'm having one of those experiences where I feel like I'm painting for 100 years because the basing is quite complicated before we then shade, and then suddenly they're going to jump forward. Noise cancelling headphones. Sorry. Popped in there and I had set. Was that a bit of wood? No, it's not. It's just the arm. Okay. I quite like this detail. The arm's been severed and it's just been nailed back on at a slight skew-off angle. Bit of fun. Missed a bit of bandage there. Damn it. I didn't paint the wood there either. I'm going to do this as a metal skull. Change it up a bit. Cara Dennison is in chat. Hello, Cara. How you doing? I hope you're well. We're painting zombies. It's nice to have some momentum back with painting. I'm enjoying it again after what felt like months and months and months of just being indifferent. But I think now the weather is like actually autumn and the clocks have changed. This is when I'm happiest, like generally in the year. It's made me realise just how big of a toll summer had on me this year. So bollocks. You know what? I'll leave those metal studs until I'm at the highlighting phase. Right, that's all the metals done on that one. Let's go to the same model. The shadow of the Wicker Man is rising up again. They're just good, Iron Maiden, aren't they? That Eddie character looks a bit suspicious, but... Oh, good job, Johnny. Flood it with water. Oh, Christ. Flood it with water. There we go. That's better. Britt Kelly says, so Hoodie Johnny equals best Johnny. Absolutely. I was thinking about it the other day, and I wonder if part of the reason I've been on such a quest to completely cover myself with tattoos is so that I never feel like fully exposed. Because I just hate summer and not being able to cover up. I mean, you know, that's me just... That's some COD psychology from myself there. But it did make me wonder. Titanarena says, so you are a never nude. No, I'm not a never nude. Because that would require me to wear jorts. There are dozens of us! The Indomitable X says, have a good day, Johnny and LSPs. I'm off to work and we'll catch up on VOD Squad when I get home. Alright, well, I will see you when you get home. I hope you have a lovely journey. Get home safe. And if you're watching this on VOD, hi! Welcome back. I forgot the bandage on that one as well. Good times, at least I'm consistent. Let's fix that now, before I forget. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We're getting there. Titan Uranus says, didn't you just say an hour ago that Ian Higton had great taste? The words of a Jort sporter. No, I said I trusted Ian's taste in video games. Very different. Believe me, I chose those words carefully. You know what? I'm glad he likes jorts, and I'm glad he enjoys wearing them, and I think he looks good in them. They're just not for me, that's all. And I don't mind them. Also, like, I wear double denim, like, every day. Which is also, according to the Gospel of Aoife Wilson, a fashion crime. But I bloody love it. So we're none of us perfect. Except, I suppose, by inference, Aoife. So. That's need tidying up. Oh, it definitely fucking needs tidying up now. Good one, Johnny. Nathan says, the Canadian tuxedo? Exactly. Exactly. I once met two guys who were from Boston in a brewery in LA, and they were both wearing like bright blue jeans and denim jackets and then white t-shirts underneath, and they were just dressed identically, and they were extremely good at cornhole. They absolutely kicked the shit out of us, but that was a bit much for me in the double denim stakes. Like, I wear black basically exclusively. Kira Cox says, that reminds me, you did Wheels so dirty in that Among Us stream. Who's we, Wheels? I don't remember that, but I'm sure I did. But it's Among Us. It's meant to be cutthroat, you know? It's always funny when because people have watched things back when I haven't. When people are like, oh, when you did that. Oh, I came back from the dead to expose him. No, I don't remember that at all. Oh, well. But there'll be times when people are like, do you remember this thing? And I'm like, no, I don't. There have been times where I've legitimately started watching a video on YouTube and then my voice comes out and I'm like, oh, I made this. Like, I'm not even kidding. I looked up a video game. And there was a Eurogamer video. I'd Googled it and I was like, oh, I'll check this out. And it turns out I played it in preview and I'd made a whole video about it. Didn't remember. Oh, I remember scaring Luke in hide and seek. That was good fun. So nearly there. So nearly there now. I haven't played Among Us in years. I think, like a lot of people, I just played so much of it during lockdown that I've not really got any desire to go back to it now that I'm out the other side of that particular situation. I did enjoy the one where Wheels accidentally vented and I managed to go call a meeting. My heart was pounding, so I was convinced he was going to catch me and kill me before I could hit the button. Oh, I'm glad people enjoyed them so much. Right. Okay, I think I'm ready to start shading these, which is good. So what we need is Agrax Earthshade on the red. We need Apothecary White on that bit. Agrax Earthshade on these bandages. Okay, we'll get there. And then I need to find a suitable flesh one. Oh. Need to find a suitable flesh one for the flesh. Cat M says, how off track did things actually get with Oxventy this Halloween? Not at all. It was like... That was not a derailment in any way, shape or form. I was confused. A lot of people seem to think it was a massive derailment. Like, that was exactly how I expected it. Well, not, like, I didn't guess the specifics of how they were going to solve each puzzle, but... Oh, I suppose the hook horror thing did alarm me. I'd say it went like 7% off the rails. I reckon. Right. Hello, welcome back. Non-binary person, box of paints. Oh, how about some Shyish purple if we can find it? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I know I've got it somewhere. Is that even the name of it? Oh, I know I need Agrax. There's Agrax. There's the Apothecary White. Nobody towers. Good episode, this one, I think. Oh no, that dried out. Ages ago. Streaky violet? Is that what I was after? Yeah, because shinish purple is a paint, isn't it? Is this what I'm after? Yeah. Whoa! Woo! Oh no, shinish. Oh, shinish purple is a contrast. There we go. Good. Blue Deck's got my back. Thanks, Blue Deck. One sec. Right. Nathan says, right, I've base coated and shaded 5 Iron Jaws brutes. That's me done painting for tonight. Time to make some soup. Yes, please. Good job on the base coating and shading. Right, okay. Nice, which is lovely soup, pals. Maybe that's it. Maybe you know, we're lovely skelly pals from like the 1st of January to the 1st of November, and then we're lovely soup pals. Grax on the bandages. And only the bandages. Alright, that went better than I expected. They said, setting themselves up for a fall. Meffy to go says, I'm eating chili right now, but I guess that's more of a ragu than a soup. God, I love chili. It's so good. I don't make it that often because my partner doesn't eat meat, and veggie chili, like, you just don't need to simmer it for that long, and that's one of the real draws of chili for me, is the simmering process, and then knowing it's going to be like really dark and rich, and just hanging around while it's simmering. Honestly, it's one of my favorite bits of making chili. I'm a big one pot meal kind of person. Stuff that you've really just got to hang out with while it simmers. It's a tradition I've done for years and years and years, although obviously I've had some years off because of circumstances, but the New Year's Day chili jamboree is one of my favourite things to do. Basically on New Year's Day I just make a massive vat of chili, and anyone who's hungover can come round, fill their bowl, and we watch episodes of a different TV show every year. One year it was Sherlock Holmes, the Jeremy Brett adaptations. Then we did a Buffy year. We've done an X-Files year. It's just nice. Can't remember what we did this year. We did do the Jamboree, but it was quite a relaxed affair. There was a year where we got bored watching an Indiana Jones film. I know, sorry, forgive me. And then we just played Jackbox for hours. That was good. Haiku Rai says, Johnny doesn't play BG3, at least on stream, right? I feel like I definitely would have noticed. Yeah, I haven't played it on stream. I've been playing it, but the thing is, like, oftentimes when a massive game comes out, number one, people want to avoid spoilers, so they won't watch. Or number two, people are, like, lots and lots of channels that, excuse me, for business reasons, needs to play the most recent and relevant games for like SEO purposes and stuff like that. They're all playing it, so people kind of get saturated with it. Like when Elden Ring came out, I was like, well, I'm just not going to stream that. But it's a very good game. I don't know if I would stream BG3 at this point. I think I would. Yeah. Right, gonna put loads of earth shade on the armor because we want it to look really bloody dark, and then we layer it up, which is the most time-consuming bit of these models, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but it's worth it. Oopsie. Uru Smith says, and you know Karlak, right? Yes. Yes, I do. Sam Bayard is a friend of mine. They are absolutely lovely. It's been nice to see them sort of explode into prominence with Baldur's Gate 3. I think they've handled the sudden and very intense amount of attention from the fandom very well. I've done that one. Let's do these two. Yeah. Lisa Hunt says, didn't want to watch Elden Ring streams when it first came out, but now do, so please recommend any VODs of it to me. It's got to be RKG, right? I mean, if you're going to watch any channel playing a Soulsborne game, it's those three. So if you just search retry Elden Ring, it's going to be a long-running series, but it will also be the definitive one, I think. Right, that's that bit. Rob C says, success, I've arrived precisely when I mean to. Ish. We'll take ish. Ish is good. Matt K. Fry Guy says, the Elden Ring series has just started, but it's already absolutely hilarious, and Daniel does a fantastic job as the lore master. Yeah, he's I mean, he's a wonderful person anyway, but yeah, he is great. I'm going to shake up this Druky Violet real good, because I've not used it in ages. So I'm going to shake it like it owes me money. Call Me Mug says, I just got so distracted because I think I have those keycaps. The bento ones from Gamma K. I dare say you do. Uru Smith says, oh, I miss Wobbletron. R.I.P. Wobbletron. Okay. Hannah Axelson has done a super chat saying, what do you call an undead creature that is prejudiced against other kinds of undead? A white supremacist. Very strong. There's a reason I refer to Hannah Axelson as Hannah Axelson, who never misses. Just strong work. Oh yes, this'll work for zombies, won't it? Oh, Druki Violet, my friend, my friend. Yeah, get on there. And especially in that cavity, loads of you get in there. There we go. Yep. That's going to be horrible. Oh, and I'm going to layer greens over this. It's going to be disgusting and brilliant. I'm very pleased with this. Hannah Axelson says, thanks, I'm having a cold and feeling a bit miserable, so glad I can make someone laugh. I'm sorry you're not feeling too good. I hope you're taking care of yourself. If it makes a difference, you might want to consider some soup. We spent a lot of this stream talking about soup. I'm not going to lie. It's been good fun. So, if you like soup, do we have opinions about soup for you? I said what I said, Happy Bob. I said what I said. Meffy to go says non-judgmental opinions though. Correct. We were not judgmental about soup. We were merely talking about what soups we really like. We agree. We sort of just agreed that soup as a concept is great. So there's no point trying to tear down other soup enjoyers. Yes, I think these are going to come out quite nicely. It's a pleasure working with the old formula shade. I still don't like the new stuff. I mean, watered down, it's fine. So I guess I should be, thankful that it'll last me longer. But also, I just loved the old Citadel shades. Really loved them, and now I'm kind of ambivalent toward the new ones, which wasn't great, but All right, 2 down, 2 to shade. Oh, I need to do a bit more actually on those arms. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. Cool. Blue Deck says the old shades in the new formula are kind of rubbish, but the new shades are actually pretty nice. See, this is the problem. Yeah, there are some good new shades, but then like I crack open new Agrax Earth shade, and I'm like, oh, can't please everyone. So I I get it, but Get some shade in his little butt. There you go. You can clearly see his buttocks now, down there below the belt. So, bit of fun, if you're into that sort of thing. Which, historically, as a channel, we are. So that's good. I'm very conscious of the fact that, you know, a lot of the time we're like, oh, we talk about butts all the time. And it's like, yeah, so does everyone on YouTube. Like, if you ask people to describe their chats, I feel like 9 times out of 10 people on YouTube will be like, oh, we talk about butts all the time, it's really funny. And it's like, feels tragic, but at the same time, it's not wrong. We just do. That was a real pick me kind of statement, but you know what? I said it and I stand by it. Weekend Minis has done a super chat saying, just got my suits back from the cleaners, haven't worn them since before March 2020, donating them all now as apparently I'm no longer the same size. That is frustrating. I am sorry, Weekend Minis. But hey, you know what? Like, it's a good thing to donate them. You're doing a good thing. And someone will be pleased to have a lovely, clean suit. So, and also, people change, you know, like bodies change. And that is not a bad thing. I had a little bit of a crisis of, well, not a crisis. I'd sort of panicked a tiny bit on Saturday just before we left the house. So I was wearing a suit. I was wearing a suit, about to step out to a wedding, and it looks a tiny bit big on me, because when I bought it, I was bigger than I am now, and I was like, oh gosh, does this look weird? The shoulders look too wide. So then I like dove into the wardrobe and pulled out the suit I got married in. I pulled the jacket on for that and was like, oh no, I'm still, nope, that one is far too small for me. But then I got married in 2017, so that's been, you know, it's a long time. I'm holding on to that suit for the sentimental value, really. I shouldn't feel bad that it doesn't fit me anymore, but you know, still feels weird. Ed 2003 WRX says, random question, where did the brick wall mister line come from? So, Ravenous Devils is a game that's basically Sweeney Todd Simulator, where you're running a restaurant and also a tailor's, and the tailor kills people and dumps the bodies through a trapdoor into the basement where they're made into meaty delights. You, in this game, hire a small boy to work in the shop, and basically there's one point where the lady of this like deadly duo is like, you won't tell anyone about what you see here, will you? And his response is, no. Oh no, it's not her, because he's talking to a man. But someone is like, you won't tell anyone, like, can you be discreet? And the boy says, I'm a brick wall, mister. Which, you know, you will have heard the expression talking to a brick wall. Like, you get nothing out of it. So it's like, if you say someone, oh, like, God, it's like talking to a brick wall, they're not being active enough in the conversation. But also, saying I'm a brick wall means that no one's going to get anything out of me. You can trust me, I'm not going to say anything. But I believe there was no comma after brick wall. So it's like, I'm a brick... instead of being, I'm a brick wall, mister, it was, I'm a brick wall, mister. So then obviously that just got stuck in my brain, because I was wondering, what's a brick wall, mister? And then just for a lot of that stream, we were just going, I'm a brick wall, mister! So there you go. I do feel awkward about having sort of catchphrases on the channel that people are like, what is that? But I'm a brick wall, mister was very funny. like Nice Witch says, all in caps. I'm a brick wall, mister. I've already done that one. And this one. Table 9 Studio says, I mean, it's on brand to have one-time catchphrases or ones that last for a couple of streams. Garbage day! Good old Garbage Day. A classic. Table 9 Studio says, I really just wanted to hear you say it again. It worked. Come on. I mean, yeah. Of course I'm going to say it. Not my bust. That was a good one. With Diver Dave. Dave the Diver. That's his name. I think it's going to be fun to paint the rest of these models because there's not loads more to be done. Sort of highlighting the guts and then layering up the armour, sure, but I'm really looking forward to working on the skin, and I think that's where I can pour like a bunch of time into it, which is good fun. Where do I want to paint anymore, though? This feels like a good place for me to stop painting. To be honest with you. Just cause I've just hit a good comfortable point for me to stop and then pick this up again later. But I'm happy to keep streaming. I'll tell you what, I'll boot up my PC. Maybe we'll play one of those video games I hear so much about. Ah, Cara says they're looking good. Thank you, Cara. I'm going to put the lid back on my wet palette. Emma Menton says, oh my god, a video game. I know! Huge if true. What kind of thing do we fancy playing? Let's see what I've got installed. Also, let's see if this is... Hang on. Let's play more Dead Space. Absolutely not! No thank you! Not today! Let me put these back in the box. Ah! It's fine! Peglin says orthogonalist. I mean, I could, you know. Oh man, every time I look over here, I keep seeing more projects. I need to finish that halfling team. I just do. I really enjoy painting them as well. So many things to paint. So little time. Tony Renner says, Iron Lung, I don't want to do anything horror-y today. I realised that, you know, part of the way I promoted this stream was like, it's always spooky season in this house. But I just can't, it's not today. For horror games. Blue Deck says, play Blood Bowl, they say. You only need like 16 minis max, they say. I know, right? Chance of Senar is a good call. Yeah, I haven't played Chance of Senar in a while. And we got to a new bit. Yes, great, okay. Let's see. Well, that's not good. Oh, I need to, hang on. Right, that should now be working. Play what makes you happy. Thank you, Stevie Wonderland. Let's see what we got. Steam. Libri. Installed. Fuck it, Chance of Senna. Why not? Why not? Otherwise, I'm not going to go back to it. Yeah, Blue Deck says any game you like with the Dicey Dungeon OST over the top of it. Hannah Axelson says King of the Castle. We haven't got time for King of the Castle. Takes like 3 hours. Play. Wow, it's been well over a month. Damned if I can remember how to play this, but we're back in. That's right. Oh, Christ. Oof. Bounce. Sorry, I can't. Brain not there today. What do I want to play? This is difficult. I'm going to go full face. I'm just going to go full face for a minute, and I'm going to look at also what I've got on the Xbox app. Yeah, this feels right for Johnny's brain. This feels right for Johnny's brain. I am gonna play Hard Space Shipbreaker. I just recently restarted it, and I just love it so much. Yeah, good for Johnny's brain. Excuse me. Yes, this is nice. I realise this is a game I've started gravitating towards in winter. I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be a game that I replay every winter. Like I always watched Season 1 of The Terror every winter.
Hello, Shipbreaker.
Maybe.
Please enjoy this inspirational message. The last 10% of a job uses as much energy as the first 90%.
Hey, Cutter. I'm looking at the stats
Hi,
coming from your bay.
Sorry, Weaver's talking.
You're really going to make your way around here. It's time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment. And some of the more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal.
So,
Head on over to your work.
Haiku Rice says, a game I've never heard of or seen before, and now I'm mentally worried what watching this will make me buy. This is one of my favourite games, I think, of all time. I'm not even kidding. Basically, the idea is that you have left Earth, because Earth is kind of crap now, but humans have spread across the solar system, and you have got a job working for Lynx Corporation. You cut up derelict spaceships these days, and you recycle them. When you recycle them, you get money, which is great, because you are $1 billion in debt to the company because of the cost to relocate you and all this kind of stuff, and the exorbitant cost of your equipment hire. You have to buy your own oxygen, for example. And I love it. I've played it all the way through once. I'm playing it through again.
Lynx rewards hard work and learning by giving shipbreakers access to tool improvements and new equipment.
Also,
reaching salvage goals is essential for becoming a master shipbreaker.
Weaver,
basically, they want to make sure you prove yourself first.
Is voiced by
the big guns.
Chief Tyrrell from Battlestar Galactica.
Shiny Lynx tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear. So let's get going and learn about one of the most important tools in a shipbreaker's toolbox. Tethers. Go ahead and purchase them.
I will. I'm going to purchase some tethers.
Repeat after me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends.
Tethers are your friends.
Have a quick read, and let's hop back in the bay.
Alright. Anything else we can get? No, we've not reached the... Okay, we're not high enough level to buy anything else right now. Lucas says off to dinner. Bye all. Take care, Lucas. Oh, I love this game. So currently we're cutting up the Titania, which is a mackerel light cargo transport, Expedient Express. Let's cut it up. Heike Roy says, but I just bought Dicey Dungeons like 3 days ago and I didn't fully beat it yet, but this looks very good. It's on Xbox Game Pass, which I use a lot for the PC. We should probably buy some fuel. Just a fuel, alright. Whoop. So, here's the ship we've been cutting up. These yellow things are cut points. These panels that are blue need to go in the processor. This is the main chassis of the ship, which needs to go in the furnace. So what we'll do is get ourselves in here. That's a light. That belongs on the barge. Let's get our little space laser out.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
This is nice. Thanks for joining me, everyone, while we sack off painting to play Hard Space Shipbreak. Is that free already? Yes, it is. So now we've got our little grapply gun. There's the processor. This needs to go in the processor, and what we can do is pull it that way manually, and then give it a little nudge, a little nudgerino, which we will. That'll go in the processor now. Also, the music's fantastic. Trust me, that will go in the processor. Oh! Come on, get in there, you little fuck.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Ugh. In it goes. Alright.
Processing object. Applying credit to account.
But we also just bought tethers. And tethers are good. Because tethers let us do this. Auto pull. Whee! It makes things a lot faster. Bye bye bits of ship. And bye bye Haiku Rise money.
Credit awarded.
Right, let's keep cutting. It's just very relaxing, and people often say they get big Firefly vibes from this game. I've never seen Firefly, and frankly, fuck Joss Whedon. But banjos in space, I think, is what they mean. Now, hang on a minute. Okay, right. So we've got two different bits of ship now. This bit needs to go in the furnace.
Object accepted for processing.
Oops, there was some glass on that bit. Whoopsie daisy. Not that I could get it off anyway, but... Tiny Rain says, Spanjos, if you will. Yes.
Material deposited.
Oh no, the storage bin! Oh, the storage bin was worth a lot of money, actually. Uh-oh, we need to be careful if we're not going to miss that 5th salvage goal. You can see up the top there, the little bar. Yellow means stuff that I have salvaged successfully. Red means stuff I put in the wrong bin. And the white diamonds are salvage goals. So you get rewards for salvaging good. I'm very close to losing that 5th one, which is annoying. But hey ho. Right, there must be some more stuff that needs to go in there. Aha! Oh, the door.
Credits awarded.
Okay. What we'll try and do. Cara Dennison says this is surprisingly chill. I know, right? I mean, there are bits where you have to pull out like a nuclear reactor and it's very stressful. But also, it's great. I'm going to try and cut this door out. I'm being more thorough with this than normal, but it's just because I'm annoyed about that 5th salvage goal. I don't want to biff it. Give door, please. Uh-oh. Fuck. Oh, my O2 is low. Need to go buy more oxygen. Not my best work there. Not my best. We might have to sack off that 5th salvage goal. Oops. Pull the door, says Corio Malem. Can you just pull it? Can you just pull it out? Please tell me I've not been getting that wrong the whole time. Door has the pullable markers when you hover over it. Wow, I've played through this whole game in its entirety and I never knew about yanking some of the doors. Also, I'm about to asphyxiate. One sec. Door dependent. Huh. Well, there you go. Whoops. Learn something new every day. Where are the pullable markers, I wonder? Ugh. What is a pullable marker? Oh, that! Is it this? No. This door can pull? This door can... Oh, that's what that is. Wow. Look at that. I've played through this whole game. Emma Benton says, so what happens if you pay off your debt? Do you get to retire? Well, there's a story mode that's all about it, so I don't want to spoil it. Oh, this needs to go in the furnace anyway. No, that is processor. So this one I can't. So this one I will try and cut out. Ooh. Oh, fuck it. I don't... You know what? I don't need that 5th salvage goal. That's fine. Yep, okay. Naka says, burn it all. Exactly. Uh-oh, that's going well, isn't it? Yeah, it's going. Alright, well, we'll get the 4th salvage goal, but not the 5th. Depends how quickly it docks me, actually, I suppose. Stephen says, Johnny, speaking of explosions and chaos... Sorry, speaking of explosions and stress, who would you choose to play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes with? Luke. Although, actually, I've played it with Ian and Aoife, and I feel like we did really well. Both times. Ian and I played it live at Resd one year. What am I missing? Is there a big chunk of ship I've not put through? Oh, look, yes, here. No, wait, no, that's not ship at all. How did I lose so much ship? It doesn't matter. Alyssa says Walt Disney's pubes. Exactly. Ian and I just communicated well together, you know? Ooh, a food pack. You know what? That'll do for this ship. I think Luke and I would do quite well at it. I don't know. Go for it painting is in chat and says, hello, hello. I'm normally painting. I was painting earlier. But then I'd painted all I wanted to and decided to stream some video game instead. And now we're here. I need to fix my suit. So sorry if you were showing up specifically for some painting. Hi, my name is Johnny. I normally do paint. But I reached a good, just, you know when you reach a good point with some models and you're like, if I keep going now, I'm going to be in a weird place to stop. So I stopped. And we're playing Hard Space Shipbreaker, which is one of my favourite games. This is early on in the campaign. It's my second go-round.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
So here we go, look. This is how much money we owe. It's 1.2 billion. Yesterday we made $849,179.20. But also my fees were over $500,000. Because of the cutting tool rental, the grapple tool rental, my interest, you know. So there's a daily target that you have to hit to just cover your overhead. Right. Let's start another shift. Let's pick another ship. Oh, training. Training ship. Oh, I should have picked the training. That's what that was. I'm going to learn about tethers now.
Let me tell you how to use these things.
Yep.
Tethers are more powerful than the beam in your grapple. They're great for moving super heavy salvage. Try it out.
All right.
Press and hold the secondary input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, then release the input to create the tether.
Barge. This one's going barge.
Great. Now,
This one's
what if you
going
want to get rid of the
barge.
tethers you've already placed? There's a cancel command you can send, but take note that it clears all of your tethers. Go ahead and try it now.
Why? Cancel tethers.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Now, you've got unlimited tethers during this training exercise. But after this, when you need more,
You'll have to buy them from the kiosk.
Let's
I
see how well
know.
you can handle
Oops.
them. Try and clear out a bunch of that scrap. You can stack multiple tethers on one object to increase the pull force. You can also chain objects of any size together to move them as a group.
Yeah, sure. Let's do a bit of that.
Tethers do incredible things with a daisy chain of tethers.
I'm pretty bad with daisy chaining tethers, I'll be perfectly honest. In before anyone starts joking about daisy chaining. Ebrel506 says, what have I missed? Hello, Ebrel506.
Like
Oopsie.
I said,
Bollocks.
tethers are your friends. Once you get the hang of them, you can get pretty creative on how you use them.
Painted some zombies
Now, when you're ready, let's go back to the
and
hab
then stopped.
continue with the day.
Because done enough painting, but still want to stream, you know? Lovely tethers. Look at them go. I'm glad it's not just me who rarely bothers chaining tethers. It's like it's a bit finicky, isn't it, Gary? Right. Salvage goal earnings, yada yada yada. That's that day done. Understandable, hope everything went well with the zombie painting. It did! I feel pretty pleased with them. Like, they were a work in progress, but I think they're going to paint up lovely. Just need to get some sort of greens on the skin and stuff. Yeah. It's nice to be back on the horse with regards to painting. Right, onwards. Rob C says, off to go eat some potatoes. Have fun breaking some ships. I will, thank you.
52. Today's weather report, clear and sunny.
See, look.
With a high of minus
Yesterday my fees were
270 degrees.
534,000 and I made 28 bucks. So my debt's got worse. Ugh. Steven says, I'm trying to work out if I'd find playing this incredibly dull or get super into it like I did with Unpacking, because it feels like there's zero chance of any middle ground for me with this one. I think it's great. Like I said, it's one of my favourite games of all time, without exaggeration. Right, we need to pick a new ship. That's the Harrison, the Saucy Titania, or Titania, the McCulloch, the Gallardo Star Cruiser, the Shippy Wilson. Shippy Wilson sounds fun. Let's do the Shippy Wilson. Although its hazard level is lower than the others. I think that's okay. Well, we could learn about... you know what? Let's do the Harrison. Baddie Wrongleg says a shippy ship. Okie dokie. Hello, new spaceship.
It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to the rest of the crew in our sector.
Let's meet the rest of the crew.
Sound off, everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Liv. I was the worm until you showed up, so thank you. Now I get to do the hazing. What are you talking about? We don't do that. Welcome aboard. Don't listen to her. I'm Dee.
Oh, Nina. Hey,
Kai!
Oh, it's
Your mic's still
cut my
messed up.
grade 2. Can't do that. Oh, I can. Wait. Yeah.
how about now?
Better.
Oh, hey, I'm Kaido. Kai.
Mic's still busted, huh?
Oh, yeah, still waiting on the rec to get.
Heaven forbid they give us functional gear.
I'm sure they're working on it as fast as they can. Cutter, I added you to the sector comms channel. It can get lonely out here. Helps to check in with each other from time to time. All right, enough chin wagging. Let's get back to it.
Enough chin wagging.
Goodbye.
Stephen Hoy says the
Bye.
Shippy Wilson sound.
Later, Russ.
Shippy Wilson sounds like a 1920s dance. Yeah, it does.
Count credited.
Oh, that was satisfying, that bit, wasn't it? Yep. Freem. It's just like each ship is procedurally generated within parameters. Like they're all kind of samey, but it's just really nice to start picking your way in like a little puzzle, and like getting through one bit helps you. Carry choices. Ooh, nice cut. From you. I will absolutely take that as a compliment. I just really enjoyed getting the ship to give up its secrets. Like, we're in here now. Yum, yum, yum. Like, can we get through here? Yes, we can. That needs to go on the barge. Yum, 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 yum. And then, it's early in the game right now. So, but like, now look. Now, we're in between the... Would you call it the fuselage in space? The outer skin of the ship and the interiors. So this is a good place to start cutting and getting sort of these panels out and all this kind of stuff. I just bloody love it. It's just good. What can I say? Yeah, you just like give up your secrets, ship. It's nice. And then it gets more complex. You've got like reactors and you've got pressurized bits that you need to depressurize. Naka says, Johnny goes this way. I tear open the front and start ransacking like a kleptomaniac with a laser gun. Oh, the outer skin of the ship equals the hull. Yes, that would be it, wouldn't it? Why isn't this... What am I missing here? I mean, I normally go in this way, but you know what? Sod it. Let's go in a different way. I just want to get a panel off. This will work. Will it? Let's go outside. Let's go out again. And let's go in a different way. Oh, hello. There's more stuff to put on the barge. Yes, please. Start with the easy stuff, why not? Tether. Cut point. Yeah, come on. Bye-bye. It's just pleasant. Solar battery. Tether.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Cut point. I said cut point. There we go. We can just pull this straight off the ship.
Salvage deposit registered.
And then,
Amount credited.
because all the doors are open and the ship's depressurized, we don't need to use, say, like the airlock consoles. So we can just pull that straight off and throw it on the barge.
Credits transferred.
We've got hit salvage goal 1.
Rewards will be paid.
It's just a bloody lovely game. Now then, where to from here? I feel like I'm trying, you know, like trying to get into a fucking like shellfish. Just trying to like, it's got to get purchase in there. Just want to crack it open. Let's go in here. Oopsie. Let's go buy some oxygen.
Asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage goals.
Asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage goals. Even though I've played this game loads, I can't help turning my head a little bit when I'm playing it. Right then. Baddy Wrongleg says, does it do VR? I don't know. It would be tremendous if it did. A bunny! Bunny character D. A popular children's toy. Contains real bones. Bit of fun. What is going on here? Maybe we do need to get back in through the other way. A poster! I'll take that as well. Tiny Uranus says, more importantly, will it HOTAS? This won't HOTAS. I'm pretty sure I checked. Steven says, I'm kind of getting Space Power Wash Simulator vibes from this. I really should have enjoyed Power Wash Simulator. I felt like it was right out my street, and I just didn't like it. I think it's because everything you're cleaning, it gives you like a percentage marker. And that just didn't feel chill to me. I know that you've got a percentage marker up here of the ship, but like, it felt like I had to get absolutely every single speck of dust off every tiny thing individually, which just felt odd. I thought about going back to it. Calm down, panel. I want to get the light off. Stop it. Right. You're going in the processor. You know what? I'm just going to tether you because you're being difficult. There we go. Whee! In it goes. Right, we're starting to skin the ship now. But also, yum yum yum, lots of things for the barge.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Hit myself in the face with a soft crate there. At least it was a soft crate.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Oh, it's just so relaxing. No, wait, hang on. That goes processor. This goes processor. I don't need to get rid of this bit, so that's good. Right, I've cut the whole arse off the ship now. Look at that. Wow. I know you're impressed. Neko the Kitty says, I like to play unpacking while I listen to audiobooks. Oh, delightful. Bye, arse of ship. Hope you have a nice trip into the processor. What are you? Thruster fuel? Yes, please. Save me about $10,000. Sarah Burke says, oh, Johnny, the turtle dice bag is almost done. It is super cute. Yee! I'm very excited. Thank you so much. It's incredibly kind of you, I have to say. I hope you're having fun making it, most importantly.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Boink. Oh, come on. Oh, that's because it was a shit tether. My fault. Titan Uranus says, if it is next to the hull, does that make it the York of the ship? Decent enough pun. We've got a lot of electrical cable here.
Cutter, ship's got about 5 minutes left in her. Let's make it count.
So yeah, normally
We're out.
in like the campaign mode, I guess you call it the story mode, you'd call it, I suppose. You have 15 minutes per shift. You can turn off timers and oxygen for a more relaxed experience, but I enjoy the slight terror of the whole thing. That's not moving. Doesn't matter. This will move. It's a computer terminal, and we're gonna bung it onto the barge. Orthogonal says turn off oxygen for a relaxed experience. Sorry, I mean turn off oxygen timers. So now we can buy more oxygen, or our suit fills with oxygen for free if we just finish the shift. We may as well finish the shift. I don't really mind. If we were playing at higher levels, I would refill and use the last 3 minutes, but I'm happy to go back to the hab. Not least because I need to pee. So let's take a 2-minute break, shall we? I'm gonna go to the be right back screen. Be right back. Hello everyone. How's about a bit more hard space shipbreaker? Let's. Oh, my phone's going.
Hello,
My
ship
space
breaker.
phone.
You have one incoming transmission.
Look,
waiting.
I've got the bunny now.
Hey, Rook. I was thinking our crew should crack some beer sometime. You know, shoot the breeze, fantasize about a debt-free life and all that.
Sounds nice.
Not that that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Nope.
Like, Weaver's been at this for years. 20, maybe?
Bunny. Full of bones.
I was just getting kicked out of grade school when he started. Dee Dee sends most of her money home. Goes through links, of course.
Where's the subtitles gone?
Huge transfer fees.
Oh.
And Kaido. Well, look. Kai's great. He just hasn't really taken to the work. Lynx calls him a low earner. As for me, I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. I just need enough to get me one of those mining skips. You know, for belt running. There's still so many rich rocks along the frontier line. Eventually want to hire some friends from back home. Oh, the Airs platforms. Round Mars? Good people. But work's hard to find there. Don't know when that'll be, though. Just when I think I'm earning at a steady clip, there's another fine or fee. This job's fun as hell and all, but I got other plans. Maybe you do too. Anyway, don't want to get a fine for tying up comms. Kidding. That's not a thing. I don't think.
Bless you.
Either way, good luck, Rook. Lou out.
Lou out. Thanks, Lou. Let's start a shift. Oh, it's starting it for me. Mario Suni's in chat. Says, hi all, what's going on? Well, I was streaming painting, and then I reached a good stop point, and I thought, I'm not ready to finish streaming though. So now we're playing some Hard Space Shipbreaker. Why not? Bunny character D is a popular children's video character. An anthropomorphic pink rabbit, it was one of dozens of characters introduced as part of a pan-Terran media conglomerate's Fun Animal Friends pilot program. There we go. Oh yeah, we've got a poster so we can
How you holding up there, Cutter?
customize.
Seems like you're getting the knack for it. Trust me.
Because
When you get well versed in the art
these
of
posters aren't
shipbuilding,
great.
it becomes a joy to show up to the yard each day.
Bunny!
Ain't a tray like it. Dancing between the
There we
racks
go.
of a ship, spitting heat, do-si-doing with a 10-ton panel.
Live, Laugh, Salvage is very funny though. It's my
Gaze
favourite
out
one.
at the rest of the human race, buzzing in the distance.
Start shift.
Can you tell I miss it?
Oh, sorry, Weaver.
Helping y'all get there is near as good.
Happy Bob says I may have dozed off for a bit. I'm not surprised. It's very early in the morning for you. Go to bed!
Good luck out there today, Cutter. Talk to you again soon.
Baddy Wrongleg says Live, Laugh, Love is in northern Norway on what 3 words? Incredible. Good. Reduce, reuse, recycle is on the north coast of Siberia. Very good. What are we doing? Oh, it's just very relaxing and I love it. Oh, this might turn out to be my evening. Titan Renner says, what is What 3 Words? Basically, it's an app that has carved up the entirety of planet Earth into some small squares and given them each a unique designation of 3 words. So if you want to give someone a very precise location, you just give them those 3 words and they'll be able to go there, basically. It's better than being like, I'm approximately here. Oh, Happy Bob says it's 6:08 now. That's time for me to get up now. Alright, get out of bed! Sorry, Happy Bob, I was, confused then. Let's just fuck up all these cutting panels, shall we? Let's crack this thing wide open. haven't done one of these ships in a while. I'm struggling to actually get a purchase and start actually taking these panels off. Let's just keep cutting. Aha, well, that's a start. Where? That was disorientating. There we go, there we go. Let's see what we got here. Alright, it's the nose of the ship. Let's get that light onto the barge. Honestly, especially later on in the game, lights aren't really worth pulling off the ship. Steady. It's just not worth the money, but I still like doing it anyway. I just like being efficient, even though it means the game takes longer for me to complete, but also that's not a problem because I love this game, you know? Anyway, let's pop this thing in the processor. Boink! There's some glass there, but there's not loads I can do about that. Now, this bit should have popped off as well. Yes, it has. Great. So let's get the light off it.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. Salvage secured. Account credit.
Haiku Rice says, is disorienting and disorientating the same as aluminium versus aluminum? I'm not sure. Probably? Yes? I mean, they do mean the same thing, right?
Salvage
Light.
secured.
Barge.
Deposited.
Computer terminal. Barge. Oh, it is fun to go in through the front and just start ripping bits out. Yum, yum, yum.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Hello, chair. Loved your latest single. Oh, Christ.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage
Yep.
reached.
Oh, nearly.
Reward assigned.
You don't want to hit yourself in the face with a storage bin, let me tell you. It only weighs 27 kilograms, but if it's flying towards you at speed, it will crack your helmet. And you will die.
Secured. Account credit applied.
Haiku Rai says, how are you salvaging all that stuff? It just seems like you're hurling them down to the planet. Let me show you the barge, Haiku Rai. The barge is a force field that stops the stuff. It's like a swimming pool, but in space, and it's a protective atmosphere that will store it so it doesn't get damaged.
Applying
So it
credit.
does look like I'm hurling it down toward the planet, but in fact, it's just going onto a storage unit. That's why it's called the barge. Haiku Rai says, magnificent, thanks. You're welcome. Not a hardship. I just love this game.
Salvage registered.
Harry Choi says,
Transferring
lol,
credit.
yes, I've done that. Pulling a storage container into helmet can kill. Have you ever done one of the restricted modes where you only get like 30 revives for the campaign? I'm pretty sure I died fewer than 30 times when I first played this game through, so I'm pretty confident I could do that. I don't know if I'm hardcore enough to try the you've only got one life and no revives thing. I've blown myself up with a reactor more than once playing Hard Space Shipbreaker, you know?
Welcome to Venetron 9000.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
Stephen Hoy says, pretty sure it is a hardship, Johnny. It's right there in the name. Very good. I enjoyed that. Steven says, wait, no, it's hard space. Fuck. We're all there. Every day's a school day, you know? We're all learning. Boing. The audio in this game is fantastic as well. Like, there's an audio cue for when you're done cutting. It's a slight blip noise. Hang on. Clink. it's great. And like sometimes when a panel comes loose, you can hear it like almost making ticking noises, like when an internal combustion engine is cooling down, and it lets you know that you've actually cut something free. It's just very, very well made, this game. I'm excited about their next game as well. Like I think it's a roguelike deck builder. Happy Bob, this game is called Hard Space Shipbreaker. And I love it. Oh! Use a cut point, something. Well, technically. Yeah, look! Electric cables. Great, we can salvage all of this. There was me, forgetting all about that.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
There's gotta be there's definitely a more efficient way of doing this, but I do not care. I'm having a nice time. Ooh, now look. Oh no, wait. So our airlock has come loose within there, but it's still being held in, which is annoying. Oh wait, no, this has come free. Must have done, because that's now... But why can't I maneuver it? Oh, it's mostly still attached. There we are. That's more bloody like it. So, God, I'm getting a bit spun around. These electric cables belong in the furnace. Bang! I forgot about the electric cables. Processor for this panel. Let's just make sure there's no more cable attached to it. There isn't. So we'll just stick a tether on that and jam it in the processor. Meanwhile, this is an airlock. It's worth money. Put it on the barge.
Running low.
Oh, that's a lot better. Look at that. Okay. And it's those moments where it's like, oh fuck, it's the electrical cabling. I've just got to cut it. It's so good. Especially since I think... No, I was wrong. If I do that, this panel should come loose. There are ones on the ceiling, Johnny. You genius. Yeah, there we go, look. Lovely! But also, we do want this cabling to go in the furnace, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But it was all being held together by wires. Neko the Kitty says, that's a good point. For those prone to motion sickness, is this game more or less difficult to play? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm swinging around quite a lot here.
Alright. Got 5 minutes left in this shift cutter.
Hopefully it's not making any of you feel motion sick. You never know, really. Whoop.
Raw material deposited.
Smashed myself in the face with some cables, but we got away with it. Get back in there. Okay, well this is all going processor, so let's just do that. Boom, boom. Oh, it's a lovely game. Carrie says I am prone to motion sickness, but I was able to play fine. Well, that's good news. I wonder if the helmet sort of frame around it helps, because like in terms of VR, in terms of VR, one of the people find playing flying sims, like dogfighters and stuff, a lot easier to play because there's a cockpit to kind of ground them and give them a sense of up and down. Right, I'm going to buy some, actually, I'm going to buy some thruster fuel. But I'm not going to buy any more oxygen. Let's just go home and enter the hub. Made 2 mil. 2.1 million. We'll be clear of our debt in no time. Ha ha ha.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
That's my name. And then we just keep going. I love this game so much. It's just brilliant. It's my happy place, it really is. Continue salvage. Let's keep going. Oi. Whoa. Let's do a bit of this shift and then we'll I'll say good evening to you all. It's been a lovely old stream, this. Nice to be painting. Nice that I didn't overdo it and force myself to paint right up to the wire, because I'm still baby steps in terms of getting my painting legs back under me, so. And honestly, any excuse to play hard space. I love it.
Deposit accepted.
Steven says cockpit games also mean your physicality is similar to your characters. Sat. That's a good point. I hadn't considered that. I also love this piece of music because I've said this before. It sounds like the start to the OC theme.
Processing valuable objects.
We've been on the run, down, down, driving in the sun, bow, bow, looking out for number one, bow, bow. You know? Cara Dennison says, got to the point in my work where I have to focus up. Everyone have a lovely day / evening. Take care, Cara. I hope work goes okay. And I will catch you soon, I'm sure. Oh, a power cell. We definitely want to salvage that. It's valuable. Boing! We've been on the run, bow, bow, driving in the sun, down, down, looking out for number one. I'm very glad that got in your head, Carrie, while you were playing it. Glad to be of service. We've been on the run.
Processing valuable deposit. Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Oops. We don't want to fry the electrical cables. We want to throw them into a furnace. It's different. Oops.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, no. I was wrong. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, it's nice to come back to some ships in the early game where you don't have to deal with loads of complex systems as well, and you can just whip through it. It's nice. Nicholas Arrowleaf says, ah, lovely space scavenging. Isn't it nice?
Goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Diddle-doo-dee-doodle-doo-doo. Got that game because of you. Yes! I promise I was painting. But then I sort of reached a natural endpoint and thought, let's keep the party going. Let's just paint lasers onto a ship and then throw bits of the ship into bits of a space docking thing.
Salvage
No.
deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
I said space docking, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry. Oh, Carrie says I hate ghost ships. They always creep me out. I think I only did one ghost ship, and that was more than enough for me. I think I might tackle more of them this time. Don't know. Right, that's my last tether.
Got the tethers. Get yourself over to the kiosk to buy some more.
Yeah. I know how to buy tethers. Don't worry about it. I mean, I will need tethers to finish this ship, but still.
Credits deposited. Processor deposit.
Yeah, I need to go get tethers.
Credits awarded.
Oh, I forgot about the AI screams. Ugh.
Welcome to Vendatron 9.
Tethers!
Tethers restored.
Oxygen!
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Oops. Come on.
Salvage accepted.
Look, this
Credit
bit
applied.
lives in the furnace. Let's drag it upwards a bit before we attach any tethers. There we go. Alright, well, it's nearing 8 PM here in London. so I'm going to start winding this here stream down, I think. It's been bloody lovely. I've made no secret of the fact that I have found working very hard all summer and for big swathes of this year, but the past week or so I felt right back on top of things, and you know what, it's been a delight. But as ever, without you lot, I wouldn't really have anything. I'd be streaming to nobody, so I really appreciate you being here and keeping a roof over my head, basically, while I do silly things like paint zombies and then cut up spaceships. It is fantastic, and I appreciate each and every one of you very, very much. I'll be back on Thursday, streaming one of those video games that I've heard so much about. And then on Saturday, there'll be fresh episodes of Press Any Chiodini as we continue Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, a mashup of Arthur Conan Doyle and H.P. Lovecraft, which is just about as weird as it sounds. So yeah, that's kind of the whole deal. And then we'll be back with another Monday stream. Time marches inexorably onwards. I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/Johnny Chiodini. There's a link in the description of this video and in chat, actually. Thank you very much, Emma Benson, for putting that in and for modding and generally being an excellent human. So yeah, that's the whole shebang from me. I just want to say thank you very much again for watching this stream. I'll catch you soon. Have a lovely rest of your day, however much is left. And yeah, take care. Goodbye.